where is the why? Who is the what is the when is the where is the why? Say it with me. Who is the what is the when is the where is the why? Okay. Who is the what is the when is the where is the why? Who brought it on? Who can I call a culprit? I mean, who wanted it all? What in the world? What's going on in the world? What is the point in the hurt? When are we on? Really, when are we gone? When are we starting over? Where is the love? Where is the God above? Where is the chance for closure? Why do we lie? Why do we lie all the time? Why are we faking that smile? Why did you die? Damn. Wait, I think I get it. Why do we want this life? I'm in the mood. Baby, I'm drunk like a skunk. Kiss you like Pepe Le Pew. Kiss you cause this is goodbye. At least for now. Double back later in life. I'm just a man in the city. Singing I must be Stevie. I dropped a heartfelt album, an artsy album. I'm looking at 3P. I turn hope to a check and a hope for the people that need me. I still got me some questions, but in the meantime, I'ma make up my meaning. Who is the what is the when is the where is the why? Who is the what is the when is the where is the why? Who is the what is the when is the where is the
Yo, if you're with us in the chat, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Make sure you guys have submitted in Nero if you haven't already. We're going to get started here very shortly. But if you want to send some music in, all you have to do is go to nero.fan/KayvanMD to submit your music for free. We're going to be live for the next 2 hours listening to music, giving feedback. So make sure you get some music in. We don't have a super long queue today. So, another day for you to send music in and potentially have more of a chance to get played, which is great. This is my second to last regular stream of the year. We're going to be on a different schedule for the rest of the year. Maybe not even doing streams. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to be out of town for like a month, so we're going to see what happens. I'm not sure yet. Definitely content coming. Not entirely sure what's going to happen with the stream for the next month. So if you do want to send some music in, now's a great time to do it. Nero.fan/KayvanMD if you want to submit your music. And if you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, you can do that as well by using our regular paid skip queue. $5, super skip queue, $10. But we will do a bunch of free skips. If not, again, you know, we're just here to listen to music and give feedback as a community. So if you are in the chat, make sure you submit some music. Tell your friends to come submit some music too. I would love to hear it. I'm going to let them know what I think. I'm going to playlist some songs. I'm going to follow some artists just like we do every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to turn the camera on as well. What up? If you're with us on Twitch and YouTube, hello. If you're with us on TikTok and you want to submit, you can. All you got to do is go to nero.fan/KayvanMD to submit your music. And that's it. We're going to be listening to your songs for the next couple of hours, giving feedback as a community. If you are here in the chat with us as well, just make sure you let us know what you think of the songs and do it in a respectful manner. That is the only real rule I have for the people in this community. If you are going to let us know what you think, please focus on the things that you think could improve, if anything at all. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear what you think, all right? So please let us know. If you are in the chat, you're new here, you don't know who I am, I'm going to explain all of that in 1 minute. But in the meantime, make sure you get submissions in. Again, if you're with us on TikTok, all you have to do is go to nero.fan/KayvanMD. You can hit my link tree if you want to find that as well. If you're with us on YouTube and Twitch, it's actually even easier than that. All you have to do is type !submit or !skip into the queue, or sorry, into the chat, and that is going to tell you exactly how to submit your music and how to guarantee you get played on stream today if you want to do that. If you want to send someone else's music in, you can. If you want to send in unreleased or released music, you can. It's really up to you what you send in. We're going to listen to you. We're going to give feedback regardless of what it is that you send in. It can be content, it can be music videos, it can be any genre at all, but I want to hear it. I want to give feedback, and we want to playlist and support the artists in here who are making great music. Okay? So if you are in the chat, again, !submit to get that link to the Nero form. !skip if you want to learn how to skip the queue. If you're with us on TikTok, nero.fan/KayvanMD. Like I said, this is all the information right here. But we are live on Twitch and YouTube too, so if you'd rather watch in higher quality audio, higher quality video, I would suggest going over to Twitch or YouTube, where you will just get a better experience in the chat. It's a little bit more active. If you're with us in the chat on Twitch, say what's up. How have you been? What have you been working on this week? We do have a pretty short queue. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely a shorter queue. And it's been a little, you know, just quieter, I think, recently than it has been before. So, a great time for you to get hood if you want to get hood. That's the best thing I can say. A very, very good time for you to send in music if you want to get played for free, or if you want to get multiple songs played, because we are just in a quieter time of the year. And like I've been saying, this is one of our last streams for the year, so we are going to kind of have a bit of a different schedule for the next month. but we are going to be doing a bunch of end-of-year content to highlight and support the artists that we have found on stream this year. We playlisted over 700 songs, which I am going to have to cut down in some way, shape, or form into a much smaller playlist that we can post about and support on socials. And we'll have our best of the year songs from the comments as well, which I didn't update today, but I think I'm going to pull that back to every 2 weeks. If you do want to submit your music in the comments for this series right here, you can. All you have to do is go over to the comments of this video, drop a song, artist name, and song title in the comments, and I'll be listening to all of those over the next week or so. However, if you're in New York, I've got an event coming up this weekend. This is the big thing I'm really, excited about and a little stressed about. But I got an event coming up at the JBL Soho store in Soho in New York. We'll have 4 performers coming in, all of them from our Discord and kind of Twitch community, which is really sick. CD Rose, the contest winner, also from our community, which is really exciting to be able to kind of put people into it. But as you can see, we have got a very long Saturday ahead of us, starting at 11 o'clock, running all the way until 7 p.m. in Soho in New York. So if you are around, if you're here, make sure you come pop out. I'd love to meet you guys in person. Let me know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm relatively busy, so it's always nice when I get to do these things and have people kind of come to a central thing. But next year, we're gonna be doing way more events, way more kind of experiential experiences, I guess. Way more experiences and way more IRL kind of meet up and link up kind of things. So you guys will see me outside a little bit more this year than I have been in previous years. So if you see me, come say what's up. I'm also going to be at the Littlest Big Festival, or the biggest little festival ever at SOVs this Sunday. We've got Antone now performing there and a couple other artists that I'm really a huge fan of as well. If you're with us in the chat, you want to submit music, we'll be live for the next 2 hours listening to your music, giving feedback, so feel free to submit via Nero. All you have to do is go to nero.fan/KayvanMD. If you're with us on Twitch or YouTube, just hit !submit or !skip, and that's going to pull that up, okay? What's up, Tremulant? If you are in the chat, let us know what you've been up to this weekend. We are going to get into your songs very, very shortly, but we'll give people a couple more minutes to get their submissions in and come join us. New Avantis, you know how to bring it to y'all. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear it. If you're with us on TikTok, please submit your music. I'm going to be pulling things from Nero. We have about 16 songs in the queue right now. Don't hit me in the chat and be like, there's 16 in the queue, but they're not in the chat. They are in the chat. They're just in the chat on Twitch and or YouTube. So if you do want to submit music, like I said, it is free for you to submit music at any point. If you do want to guarantee that your song gets played before the end of the stream tonight, you can do that as well. But we are not like the other streams in that I am not just here to take money from you, and I do not care if you have a free submission or a paid submission. I'm here to listen to music and give you real feedback and listen to the song all the way through, regardless of which one it is. Sam Weiss has made a project for my wife, and the song I submitted is my favorite. Can't wait to hear it, dude. It's been a while. How have you been? What's been going on? Update us on your journey as an artist so far. We'd love to hear about it. But you know what? Let's get into some music, man. Let's get into it so you guys can see what we do here. Like I said, anybody who doesn't know who I am, my name's Kayvan. I am the Director of Artist and Label Relations at Genius. I've been at Genius for about 8 years. In that time, I've run a distro company for the last 4 years. I ran World Store Distro for a little bit. I've also worked on content pieces like Verified, Deconstructed, Content Strategy, Branded Content, Live Events, all kinds of bookings. I have been an artist manager for over 10 years. I've generated over 100 million streams for independent artists as a distributor and a manager in that time. I've also generated over 800 million views on content pieces that I've worked on in that time as well. I've interviewed all kinds of people. I've interviewed Billie Eilish, Sting, fucking, A Boogie, Ski Master Slump God, Trippie Redd, just a bunch of shit. I've done a bunch of random music industry stuff, and I absolutely love it. I've also been curating music and running a community for independent and emerging artists for the last few years called Kayvan's House, which you can find on Instagram. If you're on TikTok, I post the same content on that page that I do on my own thing as well. So if you are here, this is what I do. Every Monday and Thursday, I listen to music. I give feedback. I playlist songs. I let artists know how they could improve if they need to. This is something I think about a lot as a manager. It's something I think about as a musician myself. I've been producing for years. I've been a classical musician since I was 7 years old, and music is literally all I think about. I didn't do the interview with Sailor because I haven't been doing interviews as much the past few years because I was really running the distro side of things, signing artists, doing DSP pitching, curator pitching, and really helping kind of push artist music out. So that is why I haven't really been doing as many interviews. But I am going to be kind of working more on the content side of things again moving forward, which is really exciting. So you guys are going to probably hear me talking about some of the interviews that I'm either booking or working on in the next year or so as well. And for the Kayvan's House side of things, we are going to be doing more content with artists in the community, outside of the community, just really trying to do more to highlight independent and emerging talent as much as possible. And just, for anybody who does care, we don't charge for that shit. Like, I'm not one of those platforms that's like, this is how much the budget is if you want to do XYZ thing with us. If I like the music and I like the artist, or I see the potential and I see where it's going, I like to support music because I like music. And that is the real reason that I do this. That is what it's always going to be. However, if you want to submit, you can submit for free. Don't do it in the comments. Go to Nero.fam/KayvanMD. There is the option if you want to pay for a paid skip to guarantee a song gets played on stream today, but that is absolutely an option. I just can't guarantee we'll get through every song depending on what happens with the queue as we start streaming. So if you're in the chat, let us know what you think. Please be respectful of each other. That is the only thing I will ask. We are going to start with Easy in 2D because it's at the top of the queue today. The song is called Whoa, features Curtis Williams, Donnie Blow, and 30-6. Let us know what you think in the chat, all right? You guys will see what this goes like as we listen to music. So we're going to have fun with it. Let us know what you think. All right, this first song, Whoa, is Me, featuring Curtis Williams and 2-9. An artist that I have a weird history with. I saw 2-9 the first time they ever played A3C in Atlanta. Maybe 5 to 10 people in the room. And they were sick. I had a great time. It's got a good bounce to it. I do wish the vocals were up a little bit more in this mix. The sub really hits, and with that, it does kind of detract from the presence in the vocals just a little bit. Is he your actual brother? Or you guys are just close? Yeah, he wouldn't know this, but I was literally at his first A3C ever, bro. In the front row, honestly. Right in the front, man. Literally as close as I could have been. Great bounce on this. It's got a really good bounce. If you're with us in the chat, let us know what you think. And if you want to submit music, just go to Nero.fam/KayvanMD. Look, music is a very, very small world. I tell people this all the time. It's why one of my biggest pieces of advice is to not be a dickhead, because we all kind of know each other in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. I think cut the bass down, like the sub down a touch. Vocals up a touch. I wish the kick was a little punchier than it is right now. I would maybe throw a flange on the hi-hats just to give them a little bit more movement. Snare is pretty good too. 6 degrees with 2 degrees. Sam White says, when properly mixed, will be dope. Did you know the Lil B had 2 songs with Justin Bieber this year released? I didn't know that at all. Yeah, you are very welcome, bro. I'm loving the direction of this. I think the way you guys all kind of meshed together on the track was really good. There wasn't anything that stood out necessarily in a negative way. I think for me, more than anything, it's like a little bit more volume in those vocals, so they really cut through and are kind of that like leading force in the mix. Beyond that, a little bit more balance in the instrumental part of the production as well. But overall, something that I definitely enjoy, something I would definitely playlist. Please let me know when it comes out. Easy and 2D. Where are you? You're not in the UK, right? Are you in the UK? I just see the English flag in the bio, and I'm like, are you UK based? Grew up in Atlanta, so appreciate the nudie comp. That song feels like Atlanta too. That was one of the things that I was gonna say. Okay, you were born in the UK. Now you live in Atlanta. Fuck yeah, that's tight. Based in Jacksonville, so not even in Atlanta. You've just acquired that Atlanta sound in such a strong way. I love it. All right, Summertime, Sam White. Now we're going to the UK. This is artists from the UK who I've really enjoyed getting to kind of know musically over the last year or so. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is from the new EP or on a new EP? I love that. I love that. That's what we're going for too. Oh, fuck yeah. UK rap is a soft spot for me. I still think, honestly, maybe a similar thing with volume on the vocals here. I would love to hear the vocals come up a touch. This is Sam Wye, official Sam Wye. Really great songwriter. This is him. What's up? If you're with us on TikTok, if you want to send in some music, feel free. It is free. Nero.fan/KayvanMD. Streaming says, ooh, love that synth vibe. Actually, Music by Charles, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Master is maybe a little quiet on this one too, but I think in general, vocals need to come up a touch. Love the idea a lot. Love the direction a lot. It's nice to hear you kind of sing a little bit more. Sick. Love this switch up here as well. Building that energy, building that tempo up a little bit more. Day Alma, what's up? Watchdog Bro says, I like this. Official Samway, SAMUEI on Instagram. If you want to go follow, make sure you go support. I do think there's a lot of potential in this artist. I've said this before, I'll keep saying it. There is an approach to making like UK rap that feels a little bit more like this new era of it, especially if we're talking about someone like Dexter and the News Agent, or someone like Jim Legacy. Like this feels like it fits more into that kind of side of things in the UK than like the traditional grime or traditional drill kind of leaning stuff. And this is one of my favorite kind of pockets of the UK scene right now, is stuff that feels a little bit more like this. So you said this one's not out yet, right? When does this drop? I think this is maybe one of the stronger hooks that I've heard from you so far as well. There's just something about it that feels really like natural. And I love how much you're singing on this. The melodic kind of approach that you're taking is something I really enjoyed. This is fire, bro, especially that second verse. I got like 3 open joints for you for a look at this. This is what I like to see in the chat, guys. If you hear something you like, it literally, there's no reason you shouldn't reach out and try and collaborate with each other, especially if you're like all over the place. Came out a few days ago. All right, hold on. Because I don't like to say that I'm not going to, like, I'm going to playlist some shit. If I hear something I like, I'm going to playlist it. Letters from Home, EP, Summertime, straight into the playlist. Boom. Avantest up next, Bicycle. We dropped 3 new songs exclusively on Tidal with their upload program. Am I going to be able to play this? Because I do not have Tidal. No. Yes? Not going to be able to playlist it, but I am going to be able to listen to it. Shout out to Tidal for allowing me to listen to it without an account. Sick. That's new. I didn't know you could do this on Tidal. Was that a fucking Cha-Cha Slide reference you just made? Bro, 2D. I'm born in the UK too, and I feel the same way. That's why I got such a soft spot for artists from the UK. Wait, this is crazy. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you do want to send some music in, just go to Nero.fan/KayvanMD. It's free to submit. Wait, this is kind of tight. Avantest _ on Instagram if you like this. Of course. Of course. Steve says this is really good. I don't even listen to stuff like this. Sometimes music just feels good. Cha-Cha Slide reference was hard, but be careful with that. I think you'll get away with it. It's not too egregious. It's only one part of the line. This is tough. Wait a second. This part right here is my favorite part. Something about this like build from like that 130 section onwards. Just ugh. Shit is dirty. I like it. Bryce, what's up, man? Yeah, come on. Send some music in, bro. I love to see it. Welcome to the chat, bro. This is Avantest. Song's called Bicycle. Exclusively on Tidal through their upload program. Well, Step Bro says I'm gonna go bench 350 into this. That's a lot of pounds. I just heard T-Pain tell a story about how much money he had to give Lil Scrappy for interpolating I Got Money in the Bank. Yeah. Really, for interpolation? Maybe that's the thing that people are going after now. It didn't used to be that way, and then everybody started doing it, doing too much of it. I think it depends on how much the song relies on the interpolation as well. Like in this case, I don't know that it relies on it necessarily. So you might get away with it. But I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to give you that legal advice. You should probably get that checked. Rambo, After Party up next. Artist from Toronto is catching really good on Spotify. Let's check this one out. I'm a fan of the Toronto sound. Crody. Smells dirty, but cleans up after it does. Easy 2D says, need this on my workout playlist. Oh. This is that classic Toronto feeling, without a doubt. Really good mix on this. Just like very balanced. Vocal sits in a nice place, but all the production's really crisp. Definitely got a little A boogie in it for sure in the vocal. He told the story in the Shannon Sharp podcast. I'm gonna have to check that out. Definitely curious to check that one out. Slight Tizo vibes from this one. Love it. Visuals are looking really clean too. I might have heard this dude before actually. Some of these visuals look kind of familiar. Judy says, shout out to Toronto for real. Lived up there for a year. I miss it. I like Toronto. They got a cool creative community too. Everybody I've met from Toronto who's a musician or a producer is actually pretty cool. This is definitely a bop. We're going to put this in the playlist. We gave him a follow as well. Definitely an easy listen. After Party on Instagram, which is... I like that name also. That's a pretty catchy name. I enjoyed this. A very easy listen. What, 153, great runtime, good vocal, catchy hook, good melody choices, good production, great mix. Nothing wrong with that at all. That one, I got no feedback on that other than I enjoyed it and it went straight in the playlist. And sometimes that's just the way it is. All right, we're going to do one more and then we'll do our first free skip of the night. Rio West Side, Suspicious Mommy. We're going to spin the wheel after that and see what we got. Yeah, that shit was tough. I like that. Was that the one that you sent in, Bryce? Yeah, not much feedback. I would love to hear more from that artist. I think the thing that he's going to have to just battle is like not getting stuck in that pocket. You know what I mean? Which I feel like happens with the Toronto artists a lot. I do want to hear more. I agree with Steve-O. Oh, Rio West Side. Rio_West Side. Careful of the plosives with the whispers. Only thing I really hear on this is like around those whispers, couple frequencies in there, you could probably duck those out and just clean it up a little bit. Especially around the S's. Baby girl, know I like it. Call her biker, babe, when she ride it. Tell her friends, do a little dance. It's the T's, any of the plosives. The T's, the F's, the S's, the P's. You gotta clean that up just a touch. Just a little whistly. Yeah, you got great branding opportunities with that name. Facts. I was gonna say that. It's just like something I heard before. He did it well, and his voice is kind of interesting. Makes me wonder how flexible his voice can get. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what he sounds like on different styles of production as well. He says this is dope too. Yeah, this one needs a better vocal mix, but I think the song and the idea here are really good. Yo, I've been trying to tell people, man. We got a very talented community in here. Good melody choices in this. Getting into really good vocal pockets as well. I think that's probably the thing that stands out the most to me in this. It's the actual writing, melodically, rhythmically. Great. Vocal mix needs a little bit of work. I think if you nail that down, this is going straight. This reminds me of like a Ski Fall or someone like that who I also really enjoy. Almost Black at some moments as well. I think vocal tone wise, it reminds me of Black a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, biggest thing for me on that one, vocal mix. Plosive specifically, S's, P's, T's. Just a little whistly, you know what I mean? We're getting like some of those noises. I think if you can kind of cut those down a little bit, clean it up a little bit, it's going to sound really good. It's going to feel really good. Love the melodic choices and the rhythmic choices in the delivery. And I think that's exactly what you nailed. Ski-Fall's yeah, bro, I like Ski-Fall. He's sick. Is it Skyfall? Is it Ski-Fall? It's Ski-Fall, right? Very cinematic. See an all blue nightclub like the movie Belly. That's a very specific visual reference too, which, to be honest with you, such a great scene. All right, WizKid by Pomane up next. This is going to be our first free skip of the night. We do these every 5 songs, so every 5 paid skips, which we really only have one more of. We'll do free skips if we get through all the paid skips. I'm not pressed. You know what I mean? Pomane, dropping this on the 16th. Thank you for listening. Sampled an old African song I used to listen to as a kid. Put my twist on it. Is it a WizKid song? Because you're going to have a hard time clearing that for sure. WizKid's still arguably one of the biggest Afrobeats artists in the world, too. So definitely, like, much harder to clear than maybe something that's a little older. Liking the reversed nature of this, though, so far. Curious to see if it's going ragey. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know what you think of the songs.
You a stranger, I don't know you do. I'm trying to do the impossible, what I'm supposed to do when I run with the truth. So what they saying, come in and lose. If you try me, I might have to up with the book. I'm not a home wrecker when she come around me. She said she gets so damn comfortable.
I had to pull out the soundboard, guys.
Stay out the way, cause I'm not fucking with all that jealousy. You can shove it up, yeah. What the fuck? You want me to start rapping? I can't. Be a stranger.
That drop was OD. I liked it. 6'7". Stop it. Bro, Rudy hit 6'7" in the middle of the song as an ad lib. Okay, this is kind of tough. Pomane, 4 E's on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you like this one. Davey, what's up? Welcome back. How you doing? Tremulous says this shit is fucking hard. Oh, the way the beat drops in is exceptionally good. Don Toliver vibes, says Tremulent. Definitely Don Toliver vibes. Pomane, 4 E's. Not from the X, but I know you end up and when you talking to me. Yeah, not from the city, bitch, I'm from the Muggle, not talking West Africa. She wanna come over, she tryna eat me a girl, and I'm tryna out freak. Yeah, I'm like a Nautilus. Sound effects make the song sound like a YouTube short. No, we can talk about it, we get in the ones that I'm doing? I'm with the same crew, same squad, we ain't switching up about nothing. For sure. Those are horns, right? Yeah, they sound like horns. It's a good sample chop. But this is also good. The pocket he's in is crazy. He's in a very good pocket. This might be the best song I've heard from Pomane so far. I really like the production of this a lot. There's a lot of really just good moments. 6'7" is a hilarious ad-lib. Hilarious ad-lib. At the mall, you shopping for free. Bitch, I'm a WizKid. Your girl, look at she talking to me. She a little misfit. I love it. I like this. I like this. You a stranger, I don't know you do. I'm trying to do the impossible, what I'm supposed to do when I like this. I like this. I'm gonna hit the flex. Oh no, you guys got me started on the soundboard. I'm gonna be hitting flex bombs all fucking night. All night, bro. What other sounds have we got on this soundboard right now? Right. We're going to stop that one. That one was long. Sometimes, if you don't know what the soundboard sound is and you click it and it's really long. Huh? It can be really long. Oh, man. I gotta calm down. I'm like a kid with a fucking soundboard, bro. I'll just be hitting buttons all over the place. Pomane, 4 E's. That song was sick. That was called WizKid. I really liked it a lot. We got Sam Y with another one called $sign up next. Let's get serious. Let's get serious for a second. I'm being too silly. Let's get serious. Shit. Let us know what you think in the chat, man. Out of the UK. Zumo, make sure that you submit again if you didn't submit again for this stream, just because we won't have it in the submission form if you didn't. And if you want to skip the queue, you can do that as well. I appreciate you. Red wine, $sign, silhouette. Yeah. Show me the signs if you are. So chill, man. This is so chill.
Dollar sign, baby girl, I love it when we intertwine. Yeah.
If you're with us on TikTok, if you want to submit, Nero.fam/KayvanMD.
If you are yeah. Dollar sign, drop. Dollar sign.
Interesting. Is that you singing as well? When it gets into those more sung moments, is that you?
Dollar sign, drop. Dollar sign, drop.
Is this you singing? You got a really nice high register vocal. So when we're talking about like range and like the pocket for you singing, this higher octave vocal, this is the sweet spot for your voice. To me, this is where your vocal tone sounds the nicest. It's got the sweetest touch. It's the most unique. It stands out the most to me. I don't like it as much when you're in the lower tones singing. I don't know what it is, but I think when you get into those higher registers, that's super interesting to me. That Pomade record is not out yet. No. Comes out on the 16th though, Steve-O. So, what's that? Next Tuesday? 5 days from now? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday. You know, we haven't listened to your music in a while, right? You've been living life, you've been doing stuff. Last project to this project, the 2 songs I've heard, the 3, because I listened to it this weekend when I was playlisting as well. Of the 3 songs that I've heard so far, I really like the last one a lot, but this one is maybe one of the more interesting ones because it feels so drastically different than what we have heard from you so far. But I think it's a really, really interesting direction for you to explore as singing more as well. I just think you sit in this really interesting space where you can do the rap stuff, but I think there's more to you than just the rap stuff. And I hear that more and more in these songs where you are singing a little bit more. And to me, there's maybe a more commercial kind of side to you that we're getting to see through some of these songs. But it's really, really interesting. And I think it's piqued my interest as well to hear you kind of in this space that is a little bit more melodic leaning, that has you singing a little bit more. Pushing into influence from R&B and soul in this one, to be honest, especially in that higher octave vocal. I think that's the thing that really catches me about it too, is that it feels very timeless in the delivery style and the style of singing. Same critique as Kayvan, that high register vocals really soothing. That cooing is so warm. There's something really nice about it, which is what I would encourage you to try. Maybe writing something that does push your vocal a little bit more. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but I do think that you have a really, really nice voice, like surprisingly good singing voice that I had no idea about up until this point. Like, I've really heard you do a lot of the rap stuff, a lot of the hard stuff, the heavy stuff, which is great. But I do think there's something about this really soft side of you that is just really kind of super interesting and unique, man. So I'd explore that a little bit more. And also, I think what would be really interesting then is kind of that contrast as well between this like steampunk kind of exterior that you have that is a little hard with a softer sound and a softer style of music that I think people would also find really interesting. That kind of juxtaposition of being like, damn, like this is someone who has a very hard exterior, but is making music that feels a little softer and is a little bit more intimate. Something really interesting about it, man. That could be a really cool story. Official Samway on Instagram. You guys already know I'm a fan, so make sure you go tap in there. Heartless up next. You Don't Feel the Same. And then I guess we'll do another free skip, which is fine. I'm not tripping. I'm having a great time today. You Don't Feel the Same. Heartless. Let us know what you think in the chat. Producer, artist, born and raised in New York, hails from the Bronx. I'm expecting some high energy.
You know it's the heartbeat.
I feel like the BX always had some crazy energy. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Logically, this shit is fleeting, but you stay in my head like I'm dreaming. Your glances are also deceiving. Like a record, it just keeps repeating.
Okay, first thing that I do here, a little bit more work on the delivery style, right?
It's leaving me reeling. Heartbroken.
You could get a little bit more comfortable. I think that's the thing I'm looking for.
The next I'm just so filled with hatred.
Slightly too much reverb delay on the vocal for my taste personally. I say this all the time about rap vocals. You don't need as much delay as you think, and if you are going to put it on our auxiliary channel so you're not putting it on your main vocal chain.
They say love is a war, I'm a casualty. How are you acting so casually? How is it that you ain't as glad as me? I'm striking out like a batter, trying to act like none of this matters to me.
I actually like the raps, I like the writing on this, I'm not mad at that.
You dragging me All my friends say it's a waste of time. Don't care what they say.
You
I'ma
have a
make
cool
you
voice, but I
mine.
think it is
I'm
just
so
kind of
obsessed
dialing
like
in
I
that
made
delivery
the
style a
shrines. You
little
give
bit
me a
more.
swirl like a taste of wine. There's nobody
That's
else
just
for me
making
but
music,
you,
and you'll
I
get
believe
that.
will
You know what I mean?
make
So
it
just keep
fine.
practicing, keep
Marriage,
working
I'll
on
go
it.
get the paper signed. Whatever it takes, I'll embrace it. I can't stop thinking about you late nights out. I drink about you. See that this won't change, and I know you don't feel the same. You're always on my brain, but I know you don't feel the
Similar
same.
thing on the song part too.
Heart drops when I see you come.
It's tonally where I think you should do a little bit of
I
work.
don't mean to see that this won't change, and I know you don't feel the same.
I actually like the writing and the
You're always on my brain,
melodic
but I know
choices.
you don't feel the same. When we talk, I feel time freeze once you lock down, and that's high key. Got me begging on my knees. Tell me what's up and don't lie, please. Are you feeling that same spark? Are you just a joker that plays hearts? Always
I think like one of the things I hear in this is maybe like a little too much enunciation in the songs. It's like, if you think about artists in this space where the vocal really feels right, like it doesn't need to be super enunciated. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of messing up your delivery a touch, is just the over enunciation of words.
Baby, just say the word, you know I'm yours. You got me coming back like an encore. Want so many days, let's make our own tour.
I do think the ideas are good though, and I do want to, compliment you on the ideas themselves.
Like a puppy on all fours, but I think that it's time to say bond for it, cause I gotta tell you, need your attention. I'm trying to grab it. I'm like an addict, just gotta.
Steve says execution is lacking, but the melodic ideas of sound.
Take away my breath like I'm asthmatic. Can't hide it, can't keep quiet. Wanna show out, can we get past the pilot? Trying to take you out of these streets, I'm fighting, but it's one way, cause it's love's unrequited.
I do, you know what I do like about this, and this is like a thing that usually I have the opposite comment on with people who are a little bit earlier on in their journeys, is there does not feel like a lot of wasted words in the writing, which I like. Usually I'm saying, hey, cut words out, trim it down a little bit. I don't actually feel that here. It does feel like it's written well and like everything fits where it should fit. It is the delivery for me. It is the tone, and then also just the confidence, I think, in the delivery. I do think the more music you make, the more you'll dial this in. But it's finding your voice as an artist, right? I don't know that I feel you've found your voice as an artist yet, but I do think your writing is really solid, especially from being earlier on in your career. And I do also think that the melodic choices are pretty sound as well. Agreed with Steve-O there. Like, I think it's good melodic choices. Sounds like he's reading and trying to get it to come across. That is, I think that's a good description of it. You know what I mean? It almost feels like you're already trying to go for something instead of sitting into how it naturally feels for you. Okay, you're on TikTok. Great. Thank you. Still working on myself for sure. Just keep working at it. I mean, look, like you have 2 songs out this year. You know what I mean? I think with artists, because it is a journey, and that's the thing I try to tell artists all the time. This is not something like you can't expect. Like, I've made, I don't know, like fucking 400 beats or 400 or 500 songs in my life, and I've only ever released like probably like 15 of them, and I still don't know if I feel like I've nailed it, you know what I mean? But I think it's just one of those things where the more you do it and the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more you kind of find yourself in it. But it is finding that natural voice, and I think one of the things that really shifted it for me, especially when it came to recording my own vocals and stuff, that helped me just really feel like I figured it out, was like leaning back into my natural voice instead. Because like I'll tense up in front of the microphone and then it's a completely different tone, a completely different sound. And I think it's just thinking about your voice as an instrument, right? Like at the end of the day, that is the instrument you are playing, is your vocals. So figuring out where your voice fits best or what style fits best around your vocal when you're delivering, like all those things are that is the mastering the instrument and learning the instrument. So just keep doing that. You know what I mean? Like one of the things that I do now, if I make a song, which is very rare, but if I do, I'll listen to it so fucking much, and I will like rap it back or sing it back to myself until it feels the way that I want it to feel. And I think thinking about using my vocal as an instrument instead of I'm trying to speak these words or I'm trying to rap these words in a specific way, but just playing with it and being willing to just try stuff that maybe feels maybe not like what you're going for, but feels like it makes sense to you from a physical standpoint while you're delivering it. Sometimes that can really help a lot. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, how do I speak? What does my speaking voice sound like? Sometimes that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I think for me, that was one of the things I noticed is like, yeah, when I'm speaking, usually I feel like I'm supporting for my diaphragm more, which is really what your vocal teachers will teach you to do when you're singing. But when I was rapping, it was really all coming from like this throaty area. And as soon as I stopped relying on it being or stopped thinking about my body as like delivering from here and started really thinking about supporting from my diaphragm, I actually felt like my rapping delivery got better, and it also made more sense to me. And I think it changed the way that I thought about writing. It changed the way I thought about delivering. It changed the type of beats that I wanted to be on. But it did help me just find that sound that I that was already there, instead of chasing a sound that maybe wasn't the one that felt right, you know? That's a very complicated way to say all of that. But just keep working on the delivery and keep practicing and you'll get it. You know what I mean? Just try and find your natural voice. I think that's the best advice I can give. Don't try and chase something that doesn't feel natural. And also don't be afraid to do post-production if it feels like you need it. Noir Junk, Charles Stacey up next. Much love from NYC. Much love to NYC. I'm here also. Come to my event this weekend in the JBL store in Soho. It's free. Pull up on us. Noir Junk. Oh, shit. Is this jazz? Oh. Very unexpected sound. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you are here and you want to submit, it's free. Submit some music. If you want to skip the queue, you can too. Otherwise, we're going to do some free skips after this. Wait. Is this artist from the UK? Whoever's rapping has a British accent. Wait, let us know what you think in the chat. This is cool. It's such a interesting hybrid of like jazz, hip-hop, electronic, and I actually really like it a lot. I'm curious to know more about what this is, but I like whatever it is. Steep, drum and bass, cinematic, dark are all very valid descriptions for this song. Definitely have to follow c3.mp3. So interesting. Such an interesting composition. But the sound design is awesome. There's so much happening in the mix, and it's so like... I mean, there's filters, there's low-pass filters happening. There's automation happening. There's drum switches. There's instrumental changes. There's this vocal sample. There's a lot of tension being built throughout the song. This is really cool. Objectively great production. Undeniable good production. What up, Asha? Yeah, I really like this. I don't have a ton of feedback, because I actually like the way it's mixed too. Like, to me, it does feel like there's a lot of balance between all these different elements. It's loud, it's in your face, it's the way drum and bass should be, but there's still space for everything in the mix. And the way that the piano cuts through is just awesome, man. Come on, what's up? Happy holidays. That was cool. Charles Stacey, Noir Junk. C3.mp3. I really genuinely enjoyed whatever that was. Super different blend of genres there. We had a little drum and bass, we had a little jazz, we had a little hip hop, we had a little electronic. Like, it was just a really good blend of different styles. Asha, was cracking, bro? How are you? We're about to do another free skip. We're done with all the paid skips right now. If anybody does want to do a paid skip, feel free. That'll put you next in the queue. If you don't want to do that, I don't care. That's fine. We can do free skips for a little bit. Bettina BCB featuring Huggy Does It, Whoopsie Daisy, You Up version up next. I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders recently, so every time I see this name Bettina, I am going to think of arguably the worst game in the gun, or the worst gun in the game in Arc Raiders. An immediate sell for me every time I get that one. Exclamation marks go in front of the commands, just for future reference. There you go. All right, Bettina, Whoopsie Daisy.
How I'm here again. I thought that I had blocked your number. I had a couple drinks, no stopping to think, and somehow I'm under your covers. I wake up at your place. I actually do like this. We heard the other version of this song not too long ago, I think. The OG version. This is the You Up version.
do think vocal mix needs a little bit of work.
Something bad.
Ever so slightly. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it needs just a little bit more processing.
Silly me, tripped and I fell on my knees.
But I do think the song itself is pretty solid, and the idea is pretty solid
How
too.
you treat all your friends. Whoopsie daisy, I can't tell if you're from heaven or from hell. Whoopsie daisy, wrong.
Let us know what you think in the chat. But honestly, this is a pretty solid pop song. I can see a lot of people liking this. I can see it getting synced in like a film or a TV show.
Why you in my bed?
Oh, okay. Huggy Does It is the feature on the song. Got it.
Who the one who put you on the Huggy? I forget. We ain't in the gym, but I wanna see you sweat. We ain't in the A, but I wanna see you twerk. Drip
Wait, this is kinda good.
Don't spill it on the shirt.
I like that we got a remix of the original song here too. Bettina_BCB on Instagram.
I'm a West Coast beat around the block like Debo. Wanna see you drop that? Go let your freak show. Up, down, left.
Got a good bounce to it.
Like a cheat code. Ay.
I can see this doing well on socials as well, you know?
Bend it over. Touch toes.
Touch toes.
Go ahead. Show us all your bankroll. We took the alphabet and rearranged the letters L, A, and UK when we put it back together.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Like you know we're gonna Whoopsie daisy, silly me.
It's pretty solid, guys.
I fell on my knees.
No complaints from me on this.
Daisy, you again. Is this how you treat all your friends? Whoopsie daisy, I can't tell if you're from heaven or from hell.
Pretty catchy, guys. Pretty catchy. I'm enjoying this one. Whoopsie Daisy, the U-Up version by Bettina, and Huggy Does It. Just really fun to listen to, man. I really could see this syncing in like a TV show or a commercial though. It's just kind of got that thing, you know? It's got that bounce, it's got that energy.
Not gonna believe what I did.
There's like a little bit of edge in the lyrics, a little bit of attitude in the lyrics as well. Bettina_BCB on Instagram. Make sure you tap in if you're rocking with this one.
I think I messed up.
We put that. I put the original one in the playlist. Palmain, bruh. Sorry, because you missed us. You missed yours. You missed yours, and yours was fantastic. There was a lot of fans of yours in the chat. That was what I was gonna say. We really like the song a lot, man. Make sure you put. No, you're okay. You don't have to apologize by any means. I'm glad that we got to listen to it. One thing that I will ask you to do, though, is put it in the release calendar, just so we don't miss it when it drops on the 16th, because I want to make sure we support it that week as well. We are kind of through the paid skip queue right now, so if anybody does have any more paid skips they want to do to bump to the top, feel free. Totally up to you. I'm not pressed either way, but we are going to be doing some free skips in the meantime at random. This is FIA by the Pit Vipers. Let us know what you think in the chat. This has one of those AI fucking artworks that I don't like. We talked about this the last stream, but I feel a real type of way about AI artwork that looks and feels a certain way, and this looks and feels that way, so I'm sorry in advance. Mix needs a little bit of work on this one. Guitar tone is really, really good. Drums need a bit of work. Writing needs a little bit of work on this one. I see what they were going for, but as a fan of music in this space, I think I'm not sure if this song is AI. I don't think it is, because the vocal doesn't really feel like an AI vocal. The lyrics could be. And it does feel like... Okay, so here's my thing. Here's my thing with the writing on this one. It does feel like the vocals, from like a syllable standpoint and a rhythmic standpoint, don't really fit into the spaces for the vocals properly, right? Which is one of the reasons why if it was AI, I would probably be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I feel like AI will do that, where they'll just make words fit in weird ways. Guitar tone for me is solid on this one. Drums are a bit loud. And the tone on the drums doesn't feel particularly organic, like it feels very digital. The arrangement's not so bad, the instrumentation's not so bad. I don't love the artwork, because it just gives AI on the artwork a little bit too much. So I do think it's just like, it needs some work. LMAO, give a surprise skip, gang. What does that mean? I am doing surprise. I'm doing free skips as we go. All right, I'm gonna move on because this artist is not here, and there is a lot of things that there's a lot of notes I have on that one, but I'm not sure it's not AI. So we're gonna move on. Asher Amar, tell me it's over. Cover acapella, rough demo. Working on this along with the last song from the last time I was here. All right, cool. I like Asher Amar. You know me? What do you mean you know me? Like personally? Who are you? Make yourself known. Who fuck is this? It's bros? What's your actual name? I don't. Oh, Brosnan, what's up, dude? What's cracking? How are you? Yo, if you haven't, submit in this link right here. What's good? How's life? What's going on? We do know each other.
Cause I thought it was over. Got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over and over. Cause you keep calling me back. I'm just trying to get closer.
Okay, so here's the thing.
But you're pulling me closer.
I do like this.
Phone ringing like over.
I think the acapella nature of it makes it a little empty. But he just stalked you, okay. Like, what's up? I'm pretty much the same. I've just done some things. So I do really like this. I actually think what would be really cool is to like have like you do this with like a choir acapella, and like if this was a visual, right? Choir behind you, maybe in a church, maybe wherever the fuck else you want. You doing lead vocal, choir kind of doing this acapella arrangement behind you. I think that would be really interesting. Just visually watching something like that. Okay. Not gonna let it be acapella. I just had it this way because I'm working on the beat. Okay. Well, the vocal arrangement is awesome.
Cause I thought it was over. Got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over and over. Cause you keep calling me back.
Also, I love this song. So you already got me with picking a song that I really enjoy. Asha.amar.777. Go follow this man, seriously. This is low-key the vibes that I picture visually while I listen to this also. So if this is what you were going for, if this was a musical thing, this is the vibe I get. Same thing with here too. Oh, I love this part. This build towards the end is really nice too. You're gonna release this one on my one post. Well, look, if this one post is the inspiration for like what this is and this kind of style of like darker acapella reworks of songs, then yes, I think it's fine that that's your one post for right now, but you should definitely post more also because it's just going to help you overall with building the audience. But I did really like that. For me, really, really great vocal arrangement. I think the actual vocal like structure and composition is probably the standout piece there by far. You should release both versions. I actually don't disagree with that. It would be cool to hear the acapella version go up separately of the produced version as well. And that might actually bring you like more opportunity to collaborate with people. You never really know what will happen with that. I was going to say, if you aren't planning on releasing that on DSPs, you should too. It's not really complicated to release covers of songs on social, especially if there is kind of a rework to it. And especially if you do have any sort of like fucking sync company contacts as well. Like sometimes those covers actually get placed because they want covers of songs that are reworked and clearable. So just another option. That might be something to think about and look at. You've done some pretty cool things. You have the most recognizable face on recognizable what on earth? Definitely got you. I definitely will. Voice? Oh yeah, it is. It's definitely it's an interesting one for sure. It's a unique sound. There's not many people. You know what though? I will say like a lot of people that are from the UK that move here and live here for a while, we have similar voices. Do LeBron and say here go 2 more for y'all. I like that, fam. All right, Kill Switch, Love Culture up next. We hope this message finds you well. LC 2026 coming soon. All right, let's check it out. We're doing some more free skips, so we're gonna keep spinning the wheel for now. We'll do more of a kind of like ordered skip queue in about like 20-30 minutes. Really great vocal stacking, I agree. If you are in the chat, guys, please send some music. It's a short queue today, so we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna listen to music together. If there's any questions you have about anything music industry related, feel free to ask them in the chat as well. I'm always happy to answer your questions and hopefully help you figure this stuff out. All right, and if you're in New York, pop out. JBL Soho Store this weekend, Saturday, 11 to 7 p.m. I'm going to be there all day. We're doing an event. We got performances. We got raffles. We got all kinds of things. Kill Switch. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is another one from Easy and 2D as well. This is part of his group, Love Culture.
Real shit, you just gotta be resilient. Feel this. We kill 'em pronto, bucking the system, whipping the Bronco. I'm on go, running, I'm winded like it's Chicago. You John Doe's, best in the city.
I'm gonna save this one too. I've enjoyed Love Culture, man. I actually think they have a really cool thing going on. Musically, visually, like, there's been a couple things I've seen that just look and feel really good from them. Out of Jacksonville, is that right? Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida. Steve says this is giving Vic Mensa vibes.
Self-impose yourself in mental prisons. Set some goals, see that's a better vision. See, I don't listen to the news, they just television. And I've been trying to sing the blues, I don't think I'm ready. My bitches yellow, niggas green, smoking purple with me. That shit don't hurt my self-esteem, bitch, I'm black and brilliant. I get that feeling, I'm a drill shit. I get that button.
Tremor says light joint. I had the little. I wonder if there's a lighter sound in this.
Feel this. I get that feeling. I'm a drill shit. I get that button in my hands and hit the kill switch. Yeah, you know you couldn't deal with what I deal with. Real shit.
We went back to the soundboard to find some sounds that fit.
Black, I feel conflicted. It's wicked. This shit that drifts and illicit shit in my business. Killer be killed. I'm a cynic with how about
this actually feels really good. I like this.
And they different with those who with them.
It's one of those songs that definitely just stays.
I use my words as urge that curb your thoughts.
It just stays in the library, you know?
It's so delightful. Put words in journals. I'm from where iron claps and pops like kernels.
Hit him with the flex bombs just for fun.
You seek your hurdle. I get step on when shortest come around and you get Urkel. When the record plays, I take it personal. I am who irking you is purposeful.
Good raps. The mix is very good on this.
From the history of kings, fuck the change. I've been
very, very good mix.
Keep the peace. I'm the vein of existence of the powers that'll be. I'm the change. Black is crazy and I'm spinning off the D. Fuck the things that they try to make me believe why I should believe. Fuck the stains. Black.
I'm a drill shit.
Send the visuals, man. Come on.
In my hands and hit the kill switch. Yeah, you know you couldn't deal with what I deal with. Real
where the hell did my browser go? I lost the browser with the music.
I'm a drill shit. I get that button in my hands and hit the kill switch. Yeah, you know you couldn't deal with what I deal with. Real shit.
We are Love Culture on Instagram, again, out of Jacksonville, Florida. If you like this one, make sure you go follow.
Sorry, there's no show to show you. Really, I'd rather show you my face and not my persona.
How long is this? 4:31? Not bad. Not bad.
Match reality. They motivated by the shadow, trying to get the glow up. Don't have much affinity for your finicky energy. So
shout out to Wayno, man.
If you ain't feeling me, I know that it all comes cyclically. So the way I handle bars, I'm a flow by. It's muscle memory, and them hits never really hit to me. But shit, go get it if that check is for you. Transmuting these proceeds and the most seeds for the pecking order. Program the school to find.
All right, this one's got Juice, Easy and 2D and Intricate, the Almighty on it. Love Culture is the group. Again, based in Jacksonville, Florida. Definitely go check them out, man. You know what? I do love a collective. When the collective is good and the music is good, I love a collective. It's tough when the collective is not balanced. But I feel like in this case, everyone's super talented in this collective, and it does feel just a little bit more balanced overall. It feels, you know, everyone's pulling their weight. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
Yeah, you know you couldn't deal with what I deal with. Real shit.
Let's spin the wheel. Who's gonna be next?
Feel this.
Let's see who we got next, man. Lavelle.
This is volume 2.
I fuck with Lavelle. Lavelle, I believe, is out of North Carolina. This one comes out next Tuesday, 12/16. The video is unavailable, unfortunately, because it's been made private. Lavelle, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're going to have to resubmit that when you get a chance. Collective is like the O-line in football. You're only as good as your weakest link. That is really true. I fully, wholeheartedly agree with that. I don't know anything about American football, so just sure, like the O-line reference, maybe I don't get so much. But the meat of what you mean by that, I agree with wholeheartedly. If the collective has a weak link, then the weak link will always shine for the wrong reasons. Daniel Isaac, up next. Come and get it. Let us know what you think in the chat. Let's see what we got here, man. Ooh. Juice WRLD. What about Juice WRLD? What about Juice WRLD, man? I interviewed Juice WRLD. He was a really nice kid. R.I.P. I look like Yeet. Do you just come in here to tell me I look like Yeet? That's it. Because you do just come in and then disappear from the chat. But every single time you come in, tell me I look like Yeet, and then you dip. If this brings you joy in your life, if this makes you happy, I'll take it. Sure. Come and get it, Daniel Isaac. This one's getting saved in the playlist. I like the structure. I like the production style. Daniel.Isaac on Instagram. Yeah, look, man. The amount of times people come in here and tell me I look like Yeet. I got a shiesty. I go put the shiesty on really quickly if you really want to see. We can make the full comparison because it does look pretty similar. I hate to admit that we look similar, but we look like we could be related for sure. We don't look like we're not related. We'll put it that way. There's some slight similarities for sure. This is chill. I like this. Again, this kind of sits in that space where like I just would listen to this. See, versus Wu-Tang is one out of the top of my head where everyone was a legit star in their own way. I would agree with that. How you feel about Odd Future? What do you feel about them? What about, I mean, Brockhampton, there was definitely... Wait, is this a sped up? Okay, I do like the original more than the sped up, but very quickly, I am just going to comment on the fact that the sped up is really not much faster. This is a thing I've gotten to. I've gotten into this with my own artists before where like I've proposed us doing a sped up and they were like, it's too sped up. Like, why is it this sped up? Like, don't speed it up this much. But I was not, like, for me, I was very much of the mindset that we should speed it up substantially more because it just sounded better. And that's the whole point of a sped up is that it's like a lot more sped up and sounds different. So like, here's the example. I wanted to do like this, which like it's ridiculous, right? Like it's substantially faster than the original song. But I was like, fuck it. Like if we're gonna do the sped up, it should be sped up. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it really sped up. I wonder if I have any of the other ones. Oh yeah, I wanted to do this one, which was one of my client songs. It's Ashoka and Deontay Hitchcock. And it's, again, like, it's ridiculous. We're sped up, like, quite a lot, but low-key kind of slaps. I like a sped-up version. Equally, I love a chopped and screwed version as well. Like, why does the sped-up kind of go hard? Yeah, it's just like, it needs to just needs to be, the only point I was trying to make here is it needs to be drastically sped up. Otherwise, what's the point? If it's like literally like slightly sped up, what's the point? This is disgusting. I love it. I was just doing these on my fucking Logic, bro, with Verispeed to prove a point. Oh. I also did this one of this Leia the Leo song. Also kind of tough. I don't know why people don't listen to me sometimes, man. We should have put these out. These sped ups are tough. We should have put these out. Why do people not listen? It's so aggravating sometimes working with artists. You be telling them shit like, I know this will work. Ignored. I do love a sped up. Anyway, I saved the original one of this. I like the original OG version, OG speed of this that we just listened to. Daniel.Isaac, 2 I's, 2 A's on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with it. Let's spin the wheel again. Let's do another one. I don't hate this. I love a sped up version. I'm the first one to be like, yeah, sped up version? I fuck with this. All right, Chris Van Gogh. I'm not the artist, just promoting his music. The Van Gogh aspect of this will make it tough from an SEO perspective. But I'm interested to see what we've got here. Who sent this in? Make yourself known. We got a music video. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you're with us on TikTok, if you want to submit music, it is free. Nero.fm/KayvanMD. I'm not going to steal your money like some of these other streamers. And I do work in the industry, unlike some of these other streamers as well. So send me your music. I like the way this is color graded and shot. I don't like the with 35 to 42 seconds into the video and we have no music yet. I am a stickler for skits not being at the beginning of music videos if I do not know the artist yet. If I'm watching this in the wild, why would I wait a whole minute for the music to start? You know what I mean? Let's see what's up when the music starts, but I will say, just off rip, that is one of the things that I maybe don't love about this one, is just the super long intro to get to the music.
I've been thinking about you all day. You've been running laps in my head. I've been thinking about what you had said. How you wish that a nigga was dead. You really had left me to die. I think to myself like, why? You fucking these lame ass dudes. I'm not surprised. Oh yeah, like who the fuck better than I mean, who the fuck better than me? I mean, who the fuck better than we? I know I'm the best for you. I'm wondering why you can't see. You wanna go out on your own. You wanna go up and be
So I will say, I do like the ideas here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I wish there was maybe a little bit more variation in the delivery style.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because it feels a little flat, I think, from a delivery standpoint.
No, really, like who the fuck really is better than I? You know I'ma always be there for you.
I like this artist's voice.
You know that it's really up there for you. I even do.
But I do wish there was just a little bit more variation. Let us know what you think in the chat.
You really be telling them lies. I thought you were down the ride. You fucking the other side. And I just been feeling embarrassed. Cause I'm the one. I
actually think the video is one of the strongest parts about this. It's just shot really well. It's color graded really well. It feels pretty good from a visual standpoint. But I do think for me, I do wish there was just a little bit more exciting sounds in the vocal than there is.
I think to myself like, why you fucking these lame ass dudes? I'm not surprised. Oh yeah.
Vocal samples really nice. Mazrick Bone, thank you for the follow. Dose of Lethal, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. If you guys want to submit music, you can. It is free. Feel free to submit music. If you want to skip the queue, you can do that as well, but that's totally up to you. I'm not pressed.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I do like this. I'm not going to say that I don't like it. I think for me, maybe the only thing that's not going to make me come back to it is that it feels like slightly repetitive, I think. From a vocal performance standpoint, there's not much variation rhythmically, melodically, right? So I think like there's aspects of it that I do really like. It's just that I wish, and I think if we're talking about how this artist develops and grows beyond this, it is adding and figuring out how to add more variation, because I think the groundwork is there, right? And that's the thing I always say for artists. If I'm being picky, there's a reason that I'm being picky. It's because there is not much for me to talk about. The mix on this was really good. The video on this was really good, though again, I will say a 45 to 60 second intro of a music video for me personally, because like in the wild, if I'm listening to somebody for the first time or watching a music, like I'm skipping that regardless. Like if someone had sent me that, even if it's fucking, I don't know, Kendrick, like unless it's the most amazing intro to the song, like I'm probably going to skip that every time I come back to the video anyway, right? So like for me, I do feel like skits, especially if they don't really have much Like, to me, the skit there didn't make the video. It didn't make the story of the song visually really either there. So it wasn't one of these things where, like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is such an important piece to the entire video necessarily. What up, Cage Rider? How you doing? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Please submit some music if you want to as well. The thing for me is, like, the skit didn't really do anything for the story of the video, the story of the song. If it was, like, setting the entire tone of the thing, sure. 45 to 60 seconds, great. That looked good visually, but also didn't really do anything to get me into the music or hook me on the music quicker, right? Like, it just delayed us getting there. And that's the thing I usually tell artists, especially more emerging artists, is like, skits are fine. Just put it in the end of the song, though. You know what I mean? Like, if it's something you really want to have in the video, in theory, you're trying to keep people to the end of the song. So if they're there at the end of the song, they'll see that skit, especially if it doesn't need to be at the front end of it. And then, yeah, like if we're talking about artist development and this artist growing beyond this, I think the groundwork is there. Very talented, clearly got a nice voice, clearly got good choices when it comes to writing songs and performing them. But I do think, again, the most special artists to me and the ones that really like keep my attention, keep me coming back, keep me obsessed with their music are the ones who do such a good job of like using their vocal as an instrument. We've talked about this already a little bit in the stream today, is using your vocal as an instrument. It is your instrument. You know what I mean? Like someone's playing sax on the saxophone. They're not going to play the same riff over and over and over again, right? Like the great saxophonists are going to be able to riff off of that initial thing, build from it, explore in different ways, push the boundaries of their instrument and figure out how to play things in a way that really grabs and catches people's attention. I think for me, the only thing that I can really point to in that one as a reason why, not necessarily that I wouldn't playlist it, because I would playlist the song, and I think I probably, before we move on, I am going to save that one in the playlist, but maybe the reason why I wouldn't come back and listen to that, or like, as I'm doing my best of the year playlist, which is going to be 50 songs down from like 700 plus songs that we've playlisted on stream, I don't know that makes the final one purely off of the strength of like, yeah, like there are going to be other songs maybe that push the boundaries a little bit more from an artistic standpoint that maybe just catch my ear a little bit more. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would encourage this artist to do is beyond this. Add a little bit more variation to the writing. Add a little bit more variation to the delivery style and to the melodic choices. But it doesn't mean that what they're doing isn't good. It's just, I think, to elevate and to take that next step and really impress people, that is one of the things that they can do. So just for context, Yama, pardon my step up next. Everything I submit is a rough for now, working on quality, and just appreciate feedback. Yama saying, bro, I've liked the Yama stuff I've heard in the past. Let us know what you think in the chat. Dax, what's up? Welcome to the chat, man. Yeah, bro, this is the reason I started doing this in the first place, was to really just break down this wall between like why I playlist things, and all I think about is what makes music great, you know what I mean? So that's why we started doing it. You caught us at a bit of a weird time. We had Yama saying, let us know what you think in the chat. And also the context is important, bro. Like, this is fire. Yama saying on Instagram.
You get it right. Shit. How you say we should go beach, get fried, something like tempura.
See, there's a lot of variation in this already, right? So like, I think this catches my attention immediately because there's so much variation in the delivery style. As soon as it gets repetitive, it switches up.
How you say?
Bro, I've been fucking thinking about this shit all the time, bro. When we go in his going hard on people. Yeah, that's just not the way I think about teaching personally. And I know there's other streamers who kind of do that, but for me, I think there's a way to educate and encourage artists to think about things differently and change their perspective without telling them that they need to go back to square one, because usually it's not that, you know? There's not enough people who guide, and I love music, bro. I want everyone to make great music. It makes my job easier if people figure out how to make great music. This feels really good, man. Yama saying on Instagram. Alright, let's listen for notes. A little bit more balance, I think, between the vocal layers in the mix on this one. Tune that sung vocal that's in the back, it'll smooth things out to touch. I think there needs to be slightly more separation between vocal layers, between that lead vocal layer and then those background ones on the chorus. Right now they sit at a very, very close volume level. They may be almost too blended. I think you could separate them ever so slightly more. But I think that one layer in the back that's really, really like sung, you could probably tune that ever so slightly more just to smooth it out a little bit. But I will say overall, really, really like this one. Definitely excited to hear more from you. Yama saying on Instagram, This is why we do this shit. I love hearing artists this early on, man. Like, we're talking under 1,000 followers, but the music quality is still really, really solid, bro. The sound, yeah, you maybe pull out the sound effects, bro. Every now and then I gotta pull out the... Wait, that's a new one. That's a new one. Yo. We might have to pull out the... What else have we got in here, man?
6, 7!
That was so loud. I apologize to everybody. That one was extremely loud. They gotta let me fuck with the fucking volumes on this. I had this song sitting around for 6 months. I should have used the file in your song, bro. I made that to remake the beat and everything. That's fine. Sometimes songs take that long, bro. I try to tell people all the time, like, every song has a different timeline. You know what I mean? I have songs that I fucking, like, it's taken me, like, a year to fucking even look at again and think about finishing. I have songs that I've come back 2 years later. I have songs that have never will see the light of day. You know what I mean? And just, that's just kind of what it is. Gemini, Jangi up next. I like this artist. He's Chinese. I think he lives in China or is from China. I think we've already listened to this. The songwriting has been my biggest note recently, but I think his vocal delivery's gotten really good, and I think his melodic choices are really good. I also think his beat choices are good too, but it's mostly been in the writing for me. So let us know what you think in the chat, as always. This is why my listening age on Spotify was 17, because I do like this kind of stuff. I've been telling everybody to use ChatGPT for the mix tips. You can probably actually upload it into ChatGPT and ask it to give you feedback on the mix. And you can also give it references of what you are actually looking for. I'm going to give you guys a little cheat code right now. Oh, why does it look like that? I did this on stream like a couple weeks ago just to see if we could do it, but typed in, give me a Travis Scott kind of vocal chain in Logic Pro, and it gave me the whole vocal chain with all the settings to get the thing that I was looking for. So even if that's not exactly what you do, it's a good place to start. You know what I'm saying? Beep boop. Cheat code, especially when you're mixing your own stuff. Actually, this is probably one of my favorite Jangy songs we've heard so far. It doesn't rely so much on the songwriting aspect of it. This one leads way more into the melodic elements of the vocal delivery and just the energy of the production. So I know he's not in here right now, but Jangy, whenever you see this one, I actually think this does all of the things that you've been trying to do. And I think the writing on this one is solid. Look, when in doubt, bro, keep it simple. I think, look, if you look at music and the music that does and performs the best in the world, sometimes that simplicity is the thing that sells. You know what I mean? It makes it easier for people to remember. It makes it easier for them to get stuck in their heads. Don't feel like you need to overcomplicate your lyrics. Most people are going to get it if it's simple, and they're not going to get it if you overcomplicate it. I think it's maybe one of the things Jangy's been doing in the past in certain songs we've listened to, too, is just overcomplicating the syllables in certain words, in certain parts of the song. To me, that one was perfectly simple. It was to the point. The melody was good. The energy was good. I think, to me, that's probably one of my more favorite Jangy songs that I've heard, period. Mike Dub, Instant Transmission up next, first release in a while, preparing to stamp myself in the game and bring back heartfelt love songs to the mainstream with a futuristic twist. All right, let's see what's up here, man. Ooh. Got a little PND kind of vibe to this already. Let us know what you think in the chat. A little squashed in the EQ of the vocal. I'm not a huge fan of a vocal that's mixed this way personally. I know there's a lot of people in this kind of R&B space that do this. In general, it's not my favorite way to hear like a more R&B centric vocal mixed. It just feels so light and not the focus of the mix to me personally. So I would love to hear you open up the frequencies on the vocal a little bit more. Give a little bit more of that mid-low, mid-body of the vocal that's not there right now. We're really just getting that high end, and I think with the reverb delay being the way that it is, it just cycles that sound. So it's all very high, mid, high kind of range, EQ wise, frequency wise, and so that it doesn't feel like there's all that much presence from the vocal. The production in the song itself, I'm not so mad at. I think, and it's very much a personal preference on the vocal mix side of things too. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, you can't do it this way. You can do whatever you want. But I think to me, when I listen to this, maybe the thing that stops me from playlisting it, and also other music personally that's maybe mixed in this style, is just this really thin vocal feel, right? It almost feels like a ghost on the track. I don't know. That's like the worst. That's the worst description ever, but like I think that's what it is to me. It's like something sprightly about the way the vocal sounds that way, and I just want to hear a little bit more of that vocal, because it seems like you have like a really nice vocal tone and like melodic choices, right? But I do think the thing that maybe holds me back from that one is this thin vocal mix, and that doesn't mean that you can't do it, you know what I mean? But I think there is a middle ground and a compromise to be made of still having that effect, still having that feel, but also maybe having a little bit more body in the vocal so that they really cut through in the mix and feel like more of the focus of it as opposed to the production, if that makes sense. The ghost vibe is exactly the vibe. And that's, okay, well then you nailed it. You nailed it, and I can't really complain about it. Look, the thing that I will say here, and I'll say this to literally every artist that ever comes in here and sends in music, is just like, do the thing that you are trying to do creatively. I'm not here to tell you what to do creatively at all. You know what I mean? Like, I will do that with my own management clients, at least somewhat. I'll help guide them, but it's always from a place of like, yo, like, me listening to it, this is how this makes me feel. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's right or wrong, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't find your audience doing it the way that you think is right. I think the best advice I would give any artist, regardless of whatever I say about their music, is to do the thing that feels right to you and that you feel good about. Because I do think that, like, for me as an artist, that is how I feel. If I'm creating something, I want to feel good about it. I want to feel better about it than anybody else. I don't really care what anyone thinks at the end of the day, because if I find my audience doing the thing that I want to do the way that I want to do it, great. I've achieved the thing that I'm going for. And I would much rather you be happy about the thing that you're doing than appease me or be like, oh, it needs to be this way because I want to get on his playlist. I don't give a fuck. I would rather hear you kind of build the thing that you're building properly. You know what I mean? But I think for me, that is the thing I hear. And it's not just you. I feel this way about all R&B music that kind of sits in this space. You know what I mean? And I feel that way about Party Next Door. Like, even with him, I think there are songs that he's put out more recently where that style of mix doesn't really appeal to me. But I do like the ideas. I'm curious to hear what it would sound like if there was a little bit more presence in the vocal and they were cutting through a little bit more, and it felt like a little bit more. And that could even be cutting down the reverb delay. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes that's what it is. Because I think, like, the thing, for me, sometimes when I think about it, like, reverb delay is just going to accentuate whatever you do with your vocal. You know what I mean? So, like, if it does feel a little heavy in that high range, it's because at the same time that reverb is just cycling those frequencies, and so they're overlapping and creating this very ghostly experience, which is why I say it feels like a ghost on the track. But yeah, like, I'm curious to hear more of your music, because I think there is things that I do really like in it. I think for me, the only reason that I probably wouldn't playlist it is that personal preference of, I'm not a huge fan of a super, like, not present vocal in a mix, especially with R&B, because I just feel like the vocal performance is such a big part of what I love about R&B, and maybe that is just a personal thing as well. But look, keep making music, keep sending stuff in. I definitely want to hear it. I'm here for this. You know what I mean? It's like, and I would never tell you don't do what you're doing. I just want to hear more so I can get a vibe for it. Another free skip. And Bettina, don't even worry. Like, yeah, I do. I like the new version with Huggy. It was cool. It had a nice, like, edge to it, a nice bite to it. Family Leave, Avantist up next. Another submission for the title upload playlist. Recorded with Bobby Wooten. Shout out to Bobby Wooten. He was a professor of a lot of people I went to school with. Ronaberto, what's up? Welcome to the chat. If you're in the chat, guys, and you want to submit music, it is free. Feel free to submit music for free. We do have a paid skip queue if you want to guarantee you get played in the next 35 minutes. But if you don't mind, then you can just stick around. Free skips are random, so we'll do like a chronological free skip section probably in about 10 minutes. So if you stick around, I'll be like, what's your name in the chat, and I'll do another queue, okay? Very different vibe on this one than the last one from Avantist, which was way more punk. So I'm curious to see how this one develops. This is called Family Leave. Avantist _ on Instagram.
Easier if we went our separate ways.
Wait, I really like this.
Easier if we went our separate ways.
Arguably like this even more than the last one we listened to.
If we went our separate ways. Easier if
I kind of feel like your voice in this tone appeals to me a little bit more. I would love to hear you make more music in this space. This is the first time I feel like I've heard something that's this soft from you, or like this light from you.
I'm reminded about a life that I was living, baby free.
I kind of really like this.
A fantasy.
Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs as well.
We sit in silence, turn a corner, now we're taking a family lead. Our love is running low, the kids could never know.
Love this vocal layering that's happening in this section as well.
Easier if we went our separate ways.
Are you gonna put this anywhere else, or is this just gonna stay on Tidal only forever?
Our separate ways.
Just out of curiosity. Again, Avantist _ on Instagram. If you're like this, make sure you go follow. You're with us on TikTok, Nero.fan / KayvanMD, to submit your music for free.
I always wanted the best. I knew I wasn't the one.
Just on Tidal for now. Is there gonna be a point where you put it other places, or just trying to get on that playlist? Yeah, I know. They better put all you guys on this fucking playlist. They better do it, man. If this is just another way to get people to upload this shit directly to a platform and tell them that they're gonna do XYZ thing but then not do it, that's disappointing. So I really hope they are out here playlisting you guys. K-Dub, what's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now if you want to come hang out. I like this a lot, guys. I want to hear more music like this from you, Avantist. I think this one's really taking me by surprise. I'm so used to having this heavier sound from you. But this is really nice.
I've decided.
It's low-key. Nope, just on Tidal, but you can't, like, I mean, I just listened to it for free on Tidal entirely. So just apparently you don't need an account to listen to Tidal anymore, because I don't have one. And I absolutely just listened to that song in entirety. Avantist _ on Instagram, make sure you go follow. Another one from Mike Dub, previous release but more present vocal. All right, let's check it out. I'm curious. Let's see what's up. Mike, where you from, bro? Oh, okay.
Young guy tweet, just say that.
Okay, I do actually.
Just say that. Anything you need, just say
that was me playlisting this song.
If you gon' leave, don't say that.
There it is playing.
That's the one thing I pray that. Don't come out your mouth, don't say that. You don't gotta.
You can watch on YouTube for free also.
Don't worry what's in the jeans and go.
I'll wait. My feedback will wait.
Paranoia's the reason I can't sleep. What if it's your lover?
Let us know what you think in the chat.
You believe it? The route I took wasn't seen it. I gotta smoke out my demons. Them niggas don't listen to reason. All my niggas ain't feel this. And all my niggas ain't know how exactly I feel about you. None of the gang can lie to you. Tell me all your secrets, I'll keep them deep inside. Pray you don't ever leave, girl, cause you got that fire. We don't gotta speak, girl, we can chill inside.
Okay.
I'll make you proud, you chose me.
I do like this.
You don't got drip, just say that.
Alright, I do like this.
Tweet, just say that. Anything you need, just say that. Know my body from way back. If you gon' leave, don't say that.
Does it?
That's the one thing I pray that. Don't come out your mouth, don't say that.
I'm 33, I got a full head of hair I wear a hat every day, bro. Come on, I was vibing, I had a good time. No, I really like this. I think this is closer. I think the perfect spot is somewhere in between this and the last song you sent. You know what I'm saying? This is really good. I put this in the playlist pretty much immediately. Definitely had me vibing. Definitely had a good bounce to it. I like this song a lot. I think it is somewhere in between both. You know what I mean? Like, I like the stylistically what you're going for with the one you sent over. I think this one is maybe just a little bit too much on the vocal, but I think somewhere in between that last one you sent and this one that you just sent is like the sweet spot. You know what I mean? Well, you still stylistically have that thing you're going for, but there is a little bit more body in the vocal because you actually do have a nice voice, and it's nice the way that it sits in there too. That to me had a little bit too much mid-low, and you could have carved out a little bit more of that mid-low in the EQ, and I think that would have been fine. But I do think the sweet spot for you is somewhere in between both of those. And yeah, sorry, just really quickly, I had to take my hat off whoever the person, Pottery Music, who said wearing a cap inside will make me bold, because tell that to my fucking barber, bro. He told me that's not a thing. So sorry to disappoint you. Young Mike Dub on Instagram, we followed you back as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get into these free skips as well shortly. No, you're okay. And just so you know, nice cut. Thank you, Potter. Thank you. It's fresh. I just got it yesterday. Shout out to my barber, Christian. He's a kid. I'm gonna just do a quick plug. This is not a paid thing, but they just opened their first shop in Brooklyn, and I love these guys. They're really good dudes. It's a beautiful shop. This is my barber on the right in the pink shirt. Shout out to him. Great barber. Go to Kinship Barbershop. If you're ever in Brooklyn, you need a fresh cut, man, go there. These guys are great. They just own their shit. It's awesome. I'm a big fan of theirs. Go there. That's it. Problem me, slump, push up, scrapped. This is our next free skip. If you are here in the chat, let me know your artist name. Fuck it. We'll just do the chronological free skip to you for the rest of the stream. So if you're in here, let me know your artist name in the chat. We'll put you in the queue, okay? Put it in the chat, though. Don't ignore me. And then ask me why I didn't put you in the queue. You have to submit in Nero, and you have to tell me your artist name, all right? So put it in the chat right now. Push up, scrapped, Roberto. This is you. Hey. This one's already kind of tough.
No, we don't got no money to worry about. I walk in this shit and I scurry out. Wait till shoot for the film.
Okay, the timing of the delivery on the vocal is the thing that would stop me from playlisting this. I am a stickler for timing on a delivery. I'm sorry, what? Probably good amount what? It's definitely that opium vibe. I'm like kind of a dick about timing on delivery, quite honestly. So that's probably my big thing here. Oh, I missed. Let's pull you up there. Who else do we got in the chat? Who else is in the chat right now? Trying to get bumped up for free. Watch out, I got pocket rocket on me. How you at that hoe? She was topping on me. AMG serving the coppers on me. Joey, come on up here, but my pockets all deep. Hey, they tell the little bitch up the internet. Told her too many niggas be watching on me. See these niggas talk down on internet. Cause I know they ain't making no profit, no cheat. Hey, man, what I say is I said it. Hey, they say time out, she had a daddy. I missed it. We're doing the free skips right now, so if you're in the chat, let me know your artist name. If you've submitted, we're gonna put you in the free skip queue. But you gotta let me know your name. You gotta let me know you're here, alright? I got you, MS. Maggie, let's get you bumped up. What's good, Con? I'll put you in the free skip queue, too. Yama, I got you. Look, this grew on me from the start later on. Crown Royalty will get you bumped up as well. It's grown on me a little bit. I still think the timing of the delivery is throwing me off a little bit. It's a little hard to get into, but there's an audience for this. I think there's a lot of people who would enjoy this. Mix is pretty clean. Production's pretty solid. I think for me, it's just the rhythmic aspect of the delivery. It's not even that it's offbeat. It's just in a weird kind of cadence and pocket. I don't know if I love that pocket personally, but I think there is people who will really like that. I think for me, I probably wouldn't playlist it, and that's purely off of personal taste more than anything from a technical standpoint or anything not being right about it. I just think, for me, I just struggle with kind of the different little pockets. Sometimes I really struggle with that kind of like off-kilter pocket. Like it. I think this is just my brain too, because it's like I grew up playing classical music, so it's like I have a hard time when things get so far off of maybe what I expect them to be in my brain, where it's like it's hard for me to kind of get into it, you know what I mean? But I know a lot of people like that stuff, so I could see that being an audience of especially younger people who maybe really like that, especially like the Cardi fans and the, like people kind of in that space, the Ken Carson fans, that kind of stuff. Not necessarily for me. I don't know if there was anything really wrong about it, though. I don't know if there's much feedback that I have on it as far as like what you could do or change. Because I think if that's what you're going for, then yeah, you did it. You know what I mean? But I think for me, it's just rhythmically that pocket can be a little hard to get into. All right, let's get into these free skips. Again, if you're in the chat, you want to get bumped up for free. I think I got a bunch of you just that I'd seen in the chat. But if there's anybody in here who hasn't said their name in the chat yet, please put your name in there. And if you want to submit more, if you want to submit for somebody else, you can do that as well. Just make sure you hit Nero.fam/KayvanMD or !submit if you are in one of our chats on YouTube or Twitch. If you want to submit for free, and then I'll put you in the queue. We've got a miss with OK Bye up first. Let us know what you think in the chat,
agree on
guys.
what to order.
No, SoundCloud. No ads from you today. Get out of here. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. Amis, do you have socials or no? Is this a little boosty? Is it boosty acapella? Okay, I do like this. Not just like the pick. Okay, who is rapping? Who's the vocal on this? 1900 Rugrat on the vocal. Okay, things that I work on. Balance between the sub and the kick. There's still kind of a little phasing happening there. So basically one is canceling out the other because they're kind of in the same frequency range. So it's not kicking as hard as it could. And also where some of the notes are on the kick to the sub, they clash with each other. So that's something to think about. Second thing, trap. Hi-hats are very important. You could cut the volume on the hi-hats up a little bit, I think, right? I like where the vocal sits. I like the way you've used the acapella in this. I think that's fine. I actually love the instrumentation on this. That's one of my favorite parts in this production. I do think it's the balance of where everything sits from a volume level and just the way things are mixed together, though, on the instrumental, where you can still use a little bit of work. It's definitely on the mix. The construction of it, the composition, I actually quite enjoy. The arrangement, I'm not mad at either. But I think for me, it's some of those elements could be popping a little bit more. Hi-hats especially could be popping a little bit more. Love the snare rolls. I think those actually are standout for me as well. Good snare structure, good snare kind of like, what's the snare pattern? But yeah, I think for me, it is kind of getting, royalty just did paid skip. We got to put you to the top. I think, yeah, the thing that we need to find there a little bit more is just kind of that balance in the instrumental elements in the production and making sure the things that need to pop a little bit more. There was a lot from the sub and the kick, and they did clash a little bit. So that's probably the thing that stands out. All right, WS featuring Ree Montana, Crowned Royalty. Me and my youngest sister's fourth song. We are dropping a duet EP in January, and this will be on there. We had fun making it. And yeah, of course, bro. Look, I think all this is a process. Like, this is just shit that I've learned from listening to, like, thousands of songs over the last 10 years and like asking hella questions to producers. All right, whoa, what is this? Crown Royalty. What's your Instagram? You got to put it in the chat as well, man. What is this? Is this out? This is not out yet. It's just the same thing. All right, cool.
Straight out the mud, I popped up. Here now, what's up? Double back for the clap.
All right, I got you. I found you. CrownedRoyal.t on Instagram. How old is your sister? This is not out yet. Flowerhorn, if you want to submit, Nero.fan/KayvanMD, it's free. This does not sound like Rick Ross. What are you talking about, bro? I don't hear Rick Ross in this at all. Holly, if you want to submit, just make sure you use this link in the chat, okay?
I slid on, going hard for the city that I put on. I want it, I run it, I already done it. They capping and yapping, they making shit happen. If I'm on the burst, you know that shit slap. Had to stop her from tracking, they all trying to tap in. Bump it, okay, it's bumping.
How, okay, so two questions. One, you're 25, she's 25, how old are you?
Jumping, we got this thing jumping. Bumping, yeah, we always up to something.
Got my ski mask on, gotta know that I'm up to something.
Okay.
Running up with your mouth, gotta know that I'ma get the thumping. Wanna be with that shit, then ho, you bet not get to running. Bumping and thumping and jumping, I bet I show
this
you
is kind of fire, bro.
Keeping it on me, I'm push back. Bitch wanna bark, but I bark back. Wanna come tough, yeah, I'm with that. Montana on one, I stand on that. Send me the hardest one, I send it back.
No, this is not. This is closer to like Meg than it is Cardi B to me.
Can't keep up with me.
I ain't never too big to meet you in the streets. These hoe can't compete.
I actually think this verse is very good.
Sitting up in the suite, getting half-fed grapes kicked up by the feet. No dirt on me, but a thing for you speak, cause I keep.
This is quite solid.
Okay, it's bumpy.
All right, I love that you guys are siblings. I love that you make music together. I will say, your sister killed. She did an incredible job on this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would maybe explore flipping the verses, because I think starting with that kind of energy on the first verse would be very good. I can hear the Glorilla comparison too. I think if I'm putting my A&R hat on, right, I'm talking about like just from a producer standpoint, I'm probably flipping those verses, putting Rhea in first. I'd also like to hear a little bit more back and forth with the two of you, right? You got this chemistry, you guys are siblings. I think that back and forth could be really beneficial. Also, I would put her vocal on the chorus as well, because I do think she's got a really, really strong vocal tone, and the energy was really good. I think what you can do, Crown Royalty, and I think this is something you need to think about purely off of the fact that Rhea has just this super high energy delivery, right, is matching that energy. It doesn't need to be exactly the same, but I do think if we're talking about like the shift between verse 1 chorus into verse 2 when her energy comes in, there is a pretty drastic shift. And I think the thing you need to do, especially like if you guys are more of a duo, is really try and match that energy when you guys are going to go back and forth, right? So that's one of the things that I do here. I think there's a generational gap also. The way you write, the way that she writes, the stylings are pretty different, purely off of the fact that hip-hop has changed a lot, I think, in the last like 10 years or so anyway. I don't know what the age gap is between you. Fourth youngest, or youngest sister's fourth? Okay, so she's the youngest sister. I'm assuming you're probably in your mid-30s, just based off of what I was hearing. That's a pure guess, but like it seems like we came up around the same time of hip-hop, because like a lot of what I hear feels like the stuff that I would have been listening to when I was younger. But I do think like maybe one of the things that I would say, yeah, you guys are your own artists. Okay, amazing. You're both fire. I will say though, like I'm curious to hear more of your sister's music as well. I'd love to hear your music separately, because I think the combination, though it is cool, maybe is so drastically different stylistically that it doesn't quite fit on that song specifically. I maybe would need to hear the other songs you guys have made together as well, just to see kind of like across the board what it sounds like. But I think on that one, I don't know that it meshed quite so much, just because the stylings was so different. It almost felt like it was already one of your songs, and then she just kind of was in it as well. I think for a duo, when you're making music as a duo, it is important to have that cohesiveness and crossover, right? A little bit more. So that's maybe the only thing I would say. I did like it, but I don't know that I felt that connection on this one, and I would love to hear some more music from you both to get that. But I do think individually, I could see that being your song on its own, and then I could see her doing her own song on that beat as well. And it almost felt like those two things kind of came together without it being like that crossover that I'm looking for. But I do love that you guys are siblings. Like, I think that's like, it's just a really special connection and a very different approach to creating things, which is cool. Jangy, what's up, man? We enjoyed your song today. I had lots of good things to say about it, so you can go check the VOD. But I did have a lot of positive notes on this one. I thought it was really, really strong. And I loved how simple you went. Kill Cohen. Yes. This is so spooky. Does this have acapella on it? Tough. I love the way this is mixed. I love the way everything is layered together. Either or both. Either one. Whatever you want. I'm down. This is great. Sub is robust. The kicks are kicking. The hi-hat sit in such a good place. That acapella is cutting through even though it's pitched down. Love the spooky instrumentals. Love the little details. That little like camera beep or whatever the fuck that beep was just now. And I said this earlier, I love a sped up. I love a chopped and screwed, man. I love a chopped and screwed. Yes. Saving it to my library on SoundCloud. I don't even use my SoundCloud, but I'm gonna save it. Now this is perfect, bro. Kill Cohen, KILLCOEN on Instagram. Go follow this man right now. You have been played janky. I just said this. Why don't you listen to me? Why don't you listen when I say things, bro? Are you over there with the volume off? I just said this 2 seconds ago. I said, we had nothing but good things to say. Don't tell me it's lag. It's not lag. My internet is good. I'm wired in over here. Don't tell me it's lag. I just said this 2 minutes ago. I said I really, really liked your song today. I had lots of positive things to say about it. I loved the simplicity of the writing. I love the way your vocals sat. I love the production. It was a lot of positive things, man. I like this one a lot. I said this. This is what I was saying earlier. I think this is one of the strongest songs that I've heard from you. And I was just talking to people about the importance of simplicity sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't have to overthink the vocals. You don't have to overthink the lyrics. You don't have to try and put too many syllables in there. Keep that shit simple, bro. It makes it very memorable. It makes it stand out. And to me, that is what happened with this one. It stood out. The simplicity of it just really hit. All right, Messi Go, passive-aggressive version. We're getting many different versions from Bettina on these new songs. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going through free skips right now, so if you are here and you're trying to get bumped up for free, make sure you submit your music in the Nero form, okay? And then tell me your artist name in the chat, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get it. You got to tell me who you are, all right? Submit your music. Tell me your name. Somebody said Prophomatic before, right? Somebody said Flynn Horn. Somebody else has submitted, but I don't know who you are. I like these remixes. This one's actually good. I don't know if I heard Messi Go, not this version. Did I? I must have, right? This one's really cool. I'm gonna save this one too. Bettina_BCB out of the UK.
I'm messy, guess I can't help it. That shit
Tap
goes
him.
through my veins. Bitches keep hating, hear what you're saying.
HSH, I got you.
They all got crutches, can't pull my punches.
I saw you in there as well.
Money my name and trying to complain. You actually might be stressed and obsessing.
I think you do a really good job of using your vocal as an instrument. There's just a lot of playfulness in the vocal delivery, which I think is really good. And this is the thing I'm always trying to tell artists about too, is like when you're using your vocals, like play with it, have fun with it, you know? It's not acting, but you need to make us feel the thing you want us to feel through the vocal performance. You are performing, you know what I mean? Bettina_BCB. Scorpio Vision produced this one. Shout out Scorpio Vision as well. At Scorpio.Vision on Instagram for the producer of this one. I like what he did with the production on this, for sure. So if you're with us on TikTok, if you want to submit some music, you can. We got about 12 minutes left. We're trying to get through as many songs as possible. Nero.fan/KayvanMD. We're also going to open up submissions for Monday. Next Monday is going to be my last stream on a normal schedule with the normal setup, and then I'm going to be out of town, so it might not look the same. It might not be the same format. We might do TikTok only. I'm not sure yet, because I need to figure out whether or not I feel like actually taking a full break this Christmas and taking the time off, or whether I'm going to keep going and doing our normal sessions. I'm not sure, and I'm not going to pretend like I know, because I don't. I don't know. I'm going to make this decision soon. But it has been a really, really long year. I do kind of want a break. I'm not going to be at home, so it does make it a little bit harder. I'm not going to have good Wi-Fi, so that always makes it tough too. So I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do. But I'm going to open up submissions for 12:15. That is Monday. We'll do Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time again. We also have another free Q&A in the Discord coming up soon as well, which you guys can tap in for. We have Sofago's manager coming in to talk to you guys about managing artists, running a label, promoting artists. Whatever questions you have, you can ask them in there. It's a free Q&A in the Discord. It is free for you to join. It's free for you to be a part of the community. All this shit is free. I honestly just like helping you guys, and if it can make your lives a little bit easier, that's what we're trying to do. So join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord. This shit is free, bro. I'm telling you. Like, we are literally, I'm like bringing people from my fucking network onto these things just for free game for you guys. we just dropped a VOD, or we're going to drop a VOD of the Ben Lawyer conversation. If you don't know who Ben Lawyer is, he is a lawyer who works with a lot of producers, a lot of artists here in New York. We had him come on and do a free Q&A for us, Real Ben Lawyer on TikTok. He does, and like actually makes hilarious content pieces as well.
You can get 6,000-7,000.
This one went up today.
6, 7.
And it made me chuckle.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it made me
know,
chuckle.
Don't you think 6?
He's in tune, bro. So like, get inside, come in the Discord, ask questions. Hopefully it'll help you educate you guys and just figure out, like what you need. And we have the VOD for that one going up soon, so you'll be able to watch it in retrospect as well. Melodia de Organo by Pottery Music up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Organ melody. That's what that means, right? Spanish? Pottery Music. Let us know what you think in the chat. Or is this Portuguese? Melodia. I feel like that's Portuguese and not Spanish. A little bit quiet on the master. Curious to see where this one goes. Oh, hell yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations. He has Portuguese. Obrigado. That's the extent of my Portuguese. That and like every Brazilian soccer player's name. Back is sore from sitting in a chair all day. Okay, what's up? Hard style? Is this going hard style? These synths feel hard style. I kind of love the sound design on this. Juanton.wave. It is hard style. Let's go, bro. Let's go. I'm ready for this drop. I'm going to follow you because I think your sound design is really good. You don't know this about me, but I kind of love hardstyle. It's a weird thing that I have for hardstyle music. It's a bit short considering the drop is about to happen right now, but... I need more of that bass. I think I'm lacking the actual sub and the feeling of the sub in this one. I like it otherwise, but I want... Frenchcore vibes is just like less of that sub really hitting, right? Whereas hardcore would probably, or hardstyle would be like really boomy bass. I mean, this is the shit you gotta see it outside at a rave, you know what I mean? It's a completely different feeling when you hear it outside, but I like that. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I like the sound design. I do think from an arrangement standpoint, you probably could have gotten to the actual drop maybe a little bit quicker, or had a little bit more after the drop came. That's really it, though. I mean, outside of that, I'm not too, like, worried about it. Like, I just would like to hear more bass, I think. Maggie Glassman Webb, let us know what you think in the chat.
I'm a big loser. No, I'm nothing without you.
Maggie Glassman on Instagram.
That a girl needs a man like a hole in the head, but I still do. I'm crawling right back to you. The trouble you put me through. It's nothing I can't deal with, willing to risk it all. I'll be your next victim, lock me up and lose.
I still think there's something in the vocal mix. I don't know what it is exactly, but there is still something that needs a little bit of work in the vocal mix. I think there's like there's kind of like a metallic-y kind of feel to like some of the vocals. I don't know what it is, but Bettina says, I think she has a different voice, but I don't think the vocal production is doing it. I agree. I don't think the vocal vocal mix is quite there yet, but I do think she's got a really good voice. And I think I've said this before in the past. I also think the writing's pretty solid too. Vocal arrangement's pretty nice. Production's pretty nice. It's really the vocal mix that I think still needs a little bit of work for me. Trying to think of a good vocal like a good mix reference for this, because it's maybe Adele. It's like not quite like an Amy Winehouse vocal mix. Maybe Ray is a good vocal like reference point for the whoever's mixing this. Yeah, I think she's not British. No. I think you're Canadian, right, Maggie? That might not be right. I think Maggie's Canadian, but that might not be right. But I do think like Ray, just tonally, if we're talking about like the way the vocals feel and sound, because it is more of this big pop. To me, this feels like it could be big cinematic pop music as well. I would almost be like, hey, like this vocal mix on Ray, this is what I'm going for. Yeah, for me, it's the vocal mix. Bettina says hit her up, Maggie, for what it's worth. Maggie Glassman, if you see somebody called Bettina_BCB follow you on Instagram, she does a lot of vocal production, and that might be a good help for you. Definitely in this pop space, in this big pop space as well. Bruno Mars vibes? Oh, man, I love a little Bruno Mars. You guys should definitely tap in together. Look, yeah, definitely hit her up. She's telling you that she thinks she can help on this, so I think you should hit her up, because that might help. Was this God's Plan Revenge? Up next, short film made entirely by me, all of it. And what's up, bro? Hello, Brosnan. 724.
Welcome to Villain News Network, where evil always
I'm not a big fan of a 7-minute music video, but I understand what you're going for, so I'm not going to shit on it. We're going to watch it a little bit first.
It seems to be revenge is shooting a music video. Ain't no love out here for a nigga if they watching out for you. There's always ulterior motives. Money comes when you're promoted. They just want to cage you in. There's a wolf in sheep's skin, waiting to profit off.
Well, okay, so I'm actually not mad at this video. I got into the music very quickly. Getting into the music quickly, I think, is exactly what you need to do, so you did that. I also like that you're not taking yourself too seriously in the video. That's a good thing. It's like 4 songs, fast forward, don't skip like 440. Oh, fuck it, with him, man. Vocal could come up in this mix a little bit, and I think similarly to what I said with the thin vocal before, open up the frequencies a touch. It feels a little squashed, a little over-compressed in the mix specifically. I'm actually not mad at like the actual like delivery style or the writing style. But I do think, yeah, for me in the mix, vocal could come up a little bit. Could be just more in the front. Maybe a little bit more presence in the bass line too. TikTok Brains 250 to 330 length is max. I can listen. I actually like something from 130 to 230. I think is the perfect length right now. But this is 4 songs, so each song is about. Well, first song's about minute 45. Second one's short. Third one's short. Fourth one's pretty short. Yeah, I'm not mad at this at all, actually. Visually, I kind of like the direction you're going in it. The other thing I tell artists a lot, bro, like, one vocal track is not enough these days, so we need the ad-libs, we need the doubles, we need those, like, stacks around your lead vocal as well, right? So I think that's just something to think about as you move forward. I like the concept here, but like as you move forward musically, right? Like starting to think about stacking vocals, having some more of those like additive details in the back. I always point back to artists like Kendrick and Cole and like stuff like that because I think they do a really good job of stacking vocals and creating these moments where the vocals kind of climax into these really cool kind of layered things, right?
One of 20 million. I want to show you something of our life here.
All right, I'm going to go to, like, the end of Hebrew and hieroglyphics, unless there's one you want me to skip to specifically. But just because we're technically the end of the stream and I want to get through the rest of these free skips as well.
everyone knows.
I'm gonna skip. Wait, we're gonna skip through the skit really quickly too.
This is Hebrew and hieroglyphics. This is Hebrew and hieroglyphics.
I actually like the idea here a lot with the actual video itself.
Yeah.
Go to next.
Fuck you cocksuckers, you never taught me shit in school. Had my mind subdued, say a pledge to who and myself.
Vocal mix on this one sounds better, but then the other thing I would say of that is make sure that your vocal mix is consistent throughout. Wait, this is actually amazing. This one is actually amazing. Same thing with the vocal mix on this one, right? The thing I was gonna say is make sure your vocal mix is consistent throughout. Oh, there's no mix on this yet. Okay. I'll keep that in mind then. This is a really sick video idea, actually. Oh, you need that one needs to be longer. that one needs to be longer. WWJD needs to be longer. Actually, I actually need more of that than we got, I think. Shout out Basquiat. Well, fuck it. It's actually pretty short, so we'll go through all the rest of these.
The industrial prison complex, political rival Jesus had to sit in jail. What would Jesus do? The Prince of Peace would drop knowledge. I rap parables, misunderstood.
All right, same thing on this one as well, and this is across the board what I would say. Ad-libs doubles. We need more vocal layers in these songs, right?
What about the thirst for global domination? Suffering is a choice, my nigga. We can all point the finger. Yeah, fuck the system, but
it is longer. We have no fans. That's fine. You got to build the story, bro. Like, that's the thing. You got to drop music to build fans, right? Or be dropping content to build fans. Just have to put it out. Yeah, you got to do that shit, man. Releasing music is the best way to build fans. Releasing content is the best way to build fans. I'm always telling artists, don't wait. You know what I mean? Don't just keep waiting. There's always be something you're waiting for. You kind of just got to push it out. You know what I mean?
We'll get it.
And then it's telling the story piece by piece and building the.
I'll let them run wild. And since I'm rhyming free, this hair price is style.
Yama, bro. Yama. Sorry, I got distracted. Yama saying.
Heat me up, shit. I wonder about some things. Took through ties to keep me up. I'm in trouble, losing focus, deep psychosis about you. Shitty feeling, can I eat you? Help me heal it. Then you pick me up, you would pick me up. Can I pick you up? Wonder if this feeling home.
Of course, bro. Look, I'm always here. If you need advice, you need to figure out what you're doing. Feel free to send stuff in, bro. I try to make myself pretty accessible to everybody in the community. I just like doing this stuff. So feel free to send stuff in, especially as you're continuing to build out, bro. But keep doing what you're doing. It's good that you're already shooting visuals, recording music, and putting stuff out. So just keep that up. And the ideas are there, too. You know what I'm saying? Where are you based these days? Yeah, man, this shit is crazy.
Truth is that I'm caring too much, maybe loose leaf.
How much do we have left, bro? All right, we got 5. Crown Royalty did also pay for this. I gotta push it to the top. Atlanta? All right, bro, you gotta make sure you tap in with that creative scene in Atlanta too, because there's a lot of great producers, a lot of great engineers. Collaboration is key, bro, especially in these early stages. The more you can collaborate, the more likely you are to just find your community and build that fan base around you already organically in the city. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of stuff going on down there too. Yama, bro, please start dropping. This one will be tough, obviously, because of the sample, but fuck, I really like that a lot. All right, this is Crown Royalty's latest track, Gospel Rap.
Who is he?
We'll try and get through these last 4 before we get done, okay? All right, let us know what you think in the chat.
All right.
HS Chicago, we got you in the queue as well.
For you to shine your light. I came to testify.
That's fine. Doesn't mean you can't keep doing it. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, bro. I'm one of those people. I just try everything. Like, I'm at this point, I'm down to do everything. Your aunt and friend of the sample, that's pretty crazy too.
Was lost, but I've been found. I wear a royal crown. He did it for me. Guaranteed he'll do it for you.
I told you I'm lazy as fuck, I'm dead, bro. Alright, well, that's not gonna work, regardless of what you want to do. You can't be lazy about it, bro. That's one thing I've definitely learned.
No longer the time is right now. Say yes without the how. To the Lord, make us bow. It's time to
so I don't hate this. This is the first, like, gospel drill song I think I've ever heard. Yeah, that's a great tag. Feel free to clip me for a tag if you want. Yama, please stop dropping.
This is called redemption. I'm the one you didn't mention. In the spirit, there is tension. The enemy over there flinching.
Look, I will say I'm probably not the audience for this. I'm not. Religious music in general is not necessarily for me. I will say I fuck with a little bit of gospel, a little Kim Burrell here and there. You know what I mean? A little Kurt Franklin. There's definitely specific people I will listen to because I just think they're amazing musicians. Beat is hard. Lyrically is maybe not for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's refreshing and interesting to hear somebody do drill religious music because I just have never heard it before. Feedback that I do have is I still think there's something about your vocal mix that doesn't quite feel as clean as it should. Did you mix the other vocal in the last song as well? Because one thing I would say is the vocal mix on your sister's vocal in the last one was very good. And I think you should try and kind of emulate the same sort of a vocal chain for yours. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly the same, but there was something very clean about it that kind of cut through in the mix. I don't really feel like I'm getting that from your vocal specifically, and that is one of the things I would love to hear you work on a little bit. It's just approaching your vocal mix with the same kind of, you know, just getting it to cut through the same kind of way. That's maybe the one thing I would say. Yama, I don't know what to say to that. Beat erect. Oh, because you're saying it's hard. I was like, beat erect? What are you talking about? Yeah, beat was really tough. I actually think you as a producer is really good. Like, I'm enjoying the beats that you're sending in, but I do think your vocal mix needs a little bit of work. And I do think the vocal mix that was on your sister's was really clean. So if you did that vocal mix, then just apply that same kind of approach to your vocal mix as well. So I don't know what it is that's kind of, it's not feeling as clean right now, but I'd be interested to hear more always. Okoye featuring Rach up next. Is it cool? Let us know what you think in the chat. We got like 3 more songs left after this, and then we're out of here, okay? Let us know what you think. A bit of a vibe switch coming up. Maria, what's up? I hope you're doing well.
What if we danced? What if we laughed? What if we had way too much
Saved.
fun? What if
Saved.
we lived? What if we tried
Okoye music on
to
Instagram.
explain love to someone? Would it make sense to you if I said love is nothing but genuine? And with you, it's so true. And I need it.
I actually really like Rach as well.
Is it cool if I tell my friends you're my baby?
Let us know what you think in the chat. We got a couple more songs left. Rach.songs on Instagram.
Is it cool if I say too much? Would you play me?
Pretty much immediately saved this one to the playlist.
Is it cool that just for once you're my baby? Is it cool?
Yeah.
My baby.
Yeah. All right, we got Prophomatic, sorry. Flynn Hahn and HS Chicago left.
And I don't know if I'm breaking rules. Skipping steps like it's all for two. All this time I've been without you. If there's tension across the room.
This is like some mid-90s R&B vibes right here, which I do really like. It's also nice to hear a duet. We don't hear as many male-female duets these days in the R&B space, and it's nice to hear it. I like that. All right, we're going to move forward. I want to make sure we get through. As many of these songs as possible. That one went into the playlist. This is Prophomatic with Hope. Let us know what you think in the chat. Okoye, the king of duets and features, says Bettina. I liked that one a lot. Oh, we got a new Frank Medley video. You guys don't know this, but I'm a huge Frank Medley fan also on YouTube.
Tell me how you really feel about me. Yeah, I had some people around me that really didn't care about me.
Okay, mix on the beat on this one, not so great. Vocal is really nice. I like what you're doing here from a vocal performance standpoint. I like the pocket you're in from like a rhythmic standpoint. Beat for me is not really doing it so much. I think it's mostly the mix on the beat. It's mostly bass, so we're not getting much of that sample cutting through. Okoye, you are very welcome, man. I'm definitely a fan of what you're doing. Welcome in for the first time. That went straight in the playlist, like immediately.
I think I need that. I put my hands in the sky.
Damn, I really like this. I wish the mix on the production was a little bit stronger. I think it had been, I probably would have playlisted the song. I think because of the mix on the beat, that's probably the only reason that I wouldn't put this in the playlist right now. But I really like the vocal.
Maybe it's because they can't confide.
I like the idea of the song, Prophomatic on Instagram. I definitely would like to hear more from this artist as well. I think it's just, I'm curious to see what they do moving forward. Flynn_Han. Oh, we got a producer here. We got a... Oh no, there's a vocalist on it. Alright, let's check it out. Last one from HS Chicago after this, Weird Energy. And then I'm gonna get out of here. I'm back on Monday though. If you guys are in New York, again, a reminder, I'm throwing a free event at the JBL store in Soho this weekend with performances, raffles, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. It's free, so if you're in New York, make sure you come pull up on us. You can RSVP for free if you go to my link tree as well. Boom, it's right here. Look at this. Here's the schedule and everything. CD Rose, Mal Sounds, Alex Molly, Dosey, all performing live in New York. Come through. I'll be there all day. This is a dance. This one's pretty solid. Similar thing with there only being one vocal track. I think we're at a time where we just need more vocal layers. Maybe aspects of the writing could be a little bit stronger at times, if I'm being really picky. I like the idea and the direction of this. It's bouncy, it's got good energy. I think the production is probably one of the standout pieces for me as well. Flynn_Han Hallwin on Instagram.
I know I'm not a good teacher. You know I'm not a good preacher. But you help me learn myself, yeah. And it ain't like me. I'll push you, pull, I fight.
Mixmaster. Okay, so this dude is like an engineer as well. That makes sense. The mix is pretty clean. Hey, we need music videos. We got music videos sometimes, bro. It just depends on what people send in, but we've had some very good music videos in here in the past. Still technically a demo, but open to suggestions. Weird Energy by HS Chicago. Let us know what you think in the chat. Like I said, this is going to be our last one for the night. If you guys are around next week, we've got our Q&A in the Discord. Like I said, we've got our free event in New York this weekend as well. So if you are here in the city, make sure you pop out. I'd love to meet you in person. And in the meantime, go submit in my comments, man, on Kayvan's House on Instagram. I take submissions in the comments. I'll update that content next week. If you have new releases dropping this week, put it in my release calendar because I will be listening to all the songs from that as well this week too. I agree, music is not enough anymore. Oh shit. Following. This is tough. What a great way to end. Vocal needs to come up a little bit, sub needs to come down a touch, but this is it. This is good. This is tough. Gary Warrior, thank you for the follow. Yeah, you gotta be like everywhere at this point in time. You gotta be making content. You gotta be putting music out. You gotta be dropping videos. There's a lot. This is the hardest time ever to be an artist. So you just gotta be kind of doing everything. Gary Warrior, we are actually ending the stream for tonight. But you can submit for Monday's stream. We're back on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. I do this every Monday and Thursday, though. Or things will be different soon. I've never dropped Just Create. This is really cool. I actually really like this a lot. So, for someone who's never dropped, I do think you would find a lot of people who are fans of yours based on this. I definitely know some people who are music curators who would really enjoy this based off of the other things that they've listened to in the past or other things they've supported in the past. I could see them really enjoying this too. So if you are thinking about releasing music, I'm going to do a quick little thing here. You can also get 3 months free distributing through Two Lost, which is a distro company that I personally enjoy, mostly for their back end more than anything. And hopefully that will pop up and give you the code. But if you see it under my face also, if you use the code KH when you sign up, they'll let you distribute music for 3 months for free. It is unlimited distribution. It's just, if you want to do that, you can. If you want to try it and try putting stuff out. But I just followed you on the gram because I really liked that a lot, and I think it was just a really solid song. It's a great work. Again, that's it, guys. A great stream. I had a lot of fun. We got through 35 songs. I'm gonna go now, and I've got a busy weekend coming up. We've got the event Saturday. I've got holiday parties. Got to go to On the Radar with the client tomorrow as well. So if you do want to submit, make sure you go ahead and do that. If you want to check out some of the songs, 769 songs. This is such a daunting thing to look at because I'm going to have to whittle this down into my favorite 50 songs, which I will be doing over the next couple of weeks for our Best of Twitch 2025 playlist, which will drop soon on Kayvan's house as well. So make sure you tap in on the socials. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Send me your new drops when they come out this week. Peace. Thank you, everybody who sent music in today. Have a good one.
Freedom and an upkeep. I get scared of death. I pray the sky don't leave above me. SKO like JP, not a feel like ET. Before I go outside, I'm selling tickets to the front seat. Modelo made me wobbly. Geeked up shit, I'm sorry. I get to them high when I speak, I sound like Wally. I'm here for a long time, probably. Till the fat ladies sing my songs. Play that music like a bard. I feel belly human. Play it on my own. Selfish with those whispers like a broken telephone. Fly me across the map, that's 30 hours for a show. Dopamine here, then it comes and it goes. I could dive head first. I don't see the bottom. Thinking I can nap there. I don't see the problem. Probably for a long time, probably. Play that music like a bard. I feel barely human. Play it on my own. Selfish with those whispers like a broken telephone. Fly me across the map. That's 30 hours for a show. Dopamine here, then it comes and it goes.
Yeah. Netherlands to Chicago to LA, like, it don't matter where we at. We on that. Church. The sooner they slander me from a canopy, I'm shooting in the air, don't care what the damage be. Politicians always telling a lie. Politics be the reason now I'm watching you die. Sad song for the singer Paul Bearer, got to bring him to his rest place. Don't know if I could celebrate a death date. Get the best trace falling, failing. Further again, when they cast you out to sea, work the water to win. Lost come, losing a sport in itself. Don't be the only motherfucker can't feed itself. I wanna die obese. Obi-Wan Coach, show me the way. All this power make any one of my dogs stray. We wander around streets packed deep in the low. Undercover breaking his neck, taking a photo beamer. Clean as a whistle, you blow dick like a tissue. I don't really see the issue. Only fools rush in. Sitting in the box when it's tunnel vision. Speaking on it now, don't nobody listen. Why you run from who you is, you just fooling yourself. Only fools rush in, only fools rush in. Only fools rush in, only fools rush in. Only fools. Be foolish to the coolest, see Judas and Brutus. Backstabbers in full effect. It's indirect, doubt it all, don't be taking disrespect. Why hate me? You never gonna escape me. Break me, stop me, I stay free. Bomb money come my way, it's like the sky opened up, I saw face and get grace. Glory what we got, trying to escape the maze is amazing. I made more honey with Bunny, didn't invest, lost it all. The body needs some rest. Poor people watch the soul get cold. Rich people watching the young get old. Pay it forward was the story that we sold. Only fools rush in. Only fools rush in, only fools rush in, only fools rush in. Sit you in a box and it's tunnel vision. Speaking on it now, don't nobody listen. Why run from who you is, you just fooling yourself. Only fools rush in, only fools rush in, only fools rush in, only fools. A fool always gonna see something that ain't there. It's like a mirage. Boy, this shit gonna be here forever. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. Honor me. You see, better go on here and stay the course, man. You moving too fast, B. Patience.
I could be the messy girl. Heard a rumor that I'm moving like a snake, that you feel some type of way, cause a couple bitches don't like me. All this unrequited hate, cause I'm taking up some space in places that you can't be. They say she's a bad girl, she's a mean one, she's a demon, a modern day Regina. Point your fingers, call me evil, I'll be everything you wanna be. I could play the part if you want me to. I could really fuck shit up if you want me to. I could be the worst case, two-faced, saying shit you thought you heard. I could be the messy girl. I could be the messy girl. I could be the messy girl. They say that I'm messy, guess I can't help it. That shit runs through my